as the house Negro and the field Negro back during slavery. There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today because we still got some house niggers running around here.
I'm not in the mood to do my normal intro today. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. So thank you all for coming. If you could please hit the like button on your way in. Like the video, share the stream, okay? Because you're going to want to see this, all right? Let everybody know we live. Let everybody know we here. Tell your cousin, your baby daddy, sister, cousin to come join the stream. Tell them to come on. No entrance today. I'm not in the mood. So, by now you all have seen what has went on in these past few weeks. Okay, give me 1 second. By now, you all have seen what has gone on in the past few weeks. And there have been some things said about me that I feel need to be addressed. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. And after this stream, I'm not responding to anyone or anything else. I'm not going back and forth with anyone else. After this stream, I'm going to get back to doing what I've been doing. Okay. So y'all get ready for a ride because this is the last time that this is going to happen. Shout out to my sis. Shout out to my good sis, Danica, that I love so much for the super chat. This is pathetic. Shaking my fucking head. Sis, I don't think you even know how bad it really is. I appreciate you, sis. So the first thing that I'm going to address, because I take this very seriously, is Tommy Sotomayor doing a video saying that we slept together. Okay. Now, to give you all a backstory for anyone who doesn't know exactly what's going on right now, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. Long story short, there is a Caucasoid YouTuber named Just Pasty Things who was exposed 2 weeks ago for the racist that she is. She made very disparaging comments about slavery, very disparaging comments about how it wasn't that bad, Come to find out, this girl been talking about slavery and how it wasn't that bad for years. She's been obsessed with it. She has a white savior complex. She's obsessed with slave masters who were nice to their slaves and inherited their slaves and gave them a good place to live and work. Come to find out, she has Africans working for her that she refers to as my Africans. And come to find out, she's not even paying them. Come to find out, she's taking 90% of their channel ad revenue. So we have a racist colonizer. She gets exposed. Okay, so everything comes out. When that happened, of course, you would think that the Black community would be like, oh no, this is a woman who has spent her entire YouTube career exploiting the issues of Black people for entertainment. Okay, now it's my philosophy when we talk about being on code. This is what being on code as a Black person means. What it means is, it does not mean, okay, Black people can do whatever they want and we never hold them accountable. That is not what being on code means. What being on code means is, for example, I'm not going to get on the internet and say, well, if we would just comply and if we would just be nice to the police, they would stop pulling us over for no reason. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to get online and say that. If you would just listen, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have any problem with the police. Why are we not going to do that? Because we know that they profile us. We know that they come after us in a different way that they do other people. And none of us are exempt from it. Okay? Any one of us at any day and any time can easily be the next victim of profiling, racism, this, that, and the third. So by staying on code, it simply means that I'm not going to sit and say or do something that could possibly also disparage me. Because then them folks are going to sit there and pull up your soundbite like, well, you said if you just comply, you say that wouldn't happen. Being on code simply means we're not going to say or do anything ourselves that can potentially put us in a bad situation. It's a very simple concept. Some people think that being on code means that you sit there and say that Black people ain't never wrong. No, what it's saying is we're going to have some dignity. We're going to have some self-respect. We're not going to sit there and, open up our issues to other races of people to come give their opinion. Because as we know, white folks got their own problems they need to be worried about. We don't need white people coming in here, being a mediator for us and the problems we're having. Being on code just simply self-respect. I want to show you all this clip right here. And this clip is of Whoopi Goldberg, who recently had to apologize online because she said the word gypped. And I'm going to show you all this just to get a glimpse at how other communities, even the Romanian gypsies, gatekeep and demand their respect. They understand how harmful and dangerous it is to have other races speaking on you and speaking on your problems. So every other group has enough dignity to understand that, because they know that it's a rabbit hole. Okay, you let people outside your community speak on a community, that equates to bigger problems. You don't let people come into your community and downplay your plight, downplay what you do. It's just not smart. And it's harmful to the entire community. Let's just take a look at this.
Still believe that he got, somehow.
Whoopi Goldberg has officially apologized after using a Romani slur on The View. The moderator offended a whole bunch of people during the March 15th episode of the ABC talk show when she said a word commonly used as an obscenity against people of Romani heritage, but she was quick to apologize.
I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't.
Let's get into her controversial comments and her apology. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture's Social Call. Whoopi's comments came during a conversation about the 2020 presidential election.
The people who still believe that he got, somehow in the election will still believe that he cared enough about his wife to pay that was gas. Pay, to pay that money from his personal thing.
People on Twitter immediately called her out for it, and it didn't even take until the next episode for Whoopi to offer an official apology on The View's Twitter account. Whoopi said she mistakenly used the word as it was something she had heard her whole life.
When you're a certain age, you use words that from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't. And I should have said cheated, and I used another word, and I'm really, really sorry.
Okay, so I showed that just to show that every other community understands having the dignity to not allow other people to disparage you, to speak on you negatively, because they understand how it hurts everyone. Now, so, Pasty made these comments about the Black community, about slavery. Majority of Black people were like, oh, no, you over here making all this money off of us and exploiting our problems, exploiting our issues. Like, this ain't going to work for us, okay? We not with it. We not feeling it. But there was some Negroes who decided to come forward and say that they don't think that she's racist, okay? And the sad part about it is these are men who have careers and platforms built on education and discernment. We got lawyers, businessmen, teachers not understanding what racism is, which is extremely discouraging. Okay, that's why you got to really vet who you hire and who you listen to about business law and everything else, because they are here not understanding very basic concepts, which is discouraging to say the least. Okay. So what ended up happening is there was Negroes who decided to cape for Pearlie, okay, when the whole community was like, oh, no, it don't work like this. If you want to make money off of our culture, exploit us, you're not going to sit there and disparage us and downplay the atrocities that have happened to us in history. It's just not going to happen. So there are some Negroes who decided, I don't know if they thought it was funny. I believe that what ended up happening was they feel like because Pearlie has 1 million subscribers and because she has rapid growth, they feel like she could possibly present opportunities to them that they can't get on their own. So because of the thought or the possibility of advancement or a paycheck from Pearl, they decided to go against their community. Now, when the gypsies and the Jews have people discourage their community, you'll never see one of them come forward and go against their whole group and say, oh, those other Jews, like, they tripping. Like, I don't think that what you said was anti-Semitic. It was those other guys. You'll never see them do that. They're going to stay on code. They're going to say, yeah, we're not going to go against our people on this issue, because then when something more harmful or more serious comes, they're going to turn around and say, well, didn't you go against your people before? Everyone else knew to stay on code. So what ended up happening, thank you so much for the super chat. Organic Health says, what's poppin' 6? What up, though? How you doing? So, there were Negroes who just wanted to be contrarian, just wanted to be funny, and decided to go against their race and decided to say that Pearl's not racist and take up for her based off of them individually possibly getting advanced. Okay. All this over a possibility. But then what ended up happening is a lot of their audiences were like, oh, no, this ain't it. Okay. If these are alleged manosphere, members or whatever like that. And they were like, why are y'all were up all night yelling and screaming online. Pearl is not racist. Like, putting your cape on for her. So what ended up happening is a lot of people in their audiences were like, oh, no, this ain't it. So they started losing traction, started having people kind of coming at them like, it's not giving. So then they have this brilliant idea. That what we'll do is we'll start going after the Black women on YouTube in order to distract people from what's going on with Pearl. Okay. So they immediately start attacking women like me, women like Danica, Courtney Michelle, and decided to use us as a shield to redeem themselves from embarrassing themselves for caping for a 26-year-old white woman from the Midwest. instead of them dealing with their audience on their own and saying, hey, you know, y'all are saying this wasn't it, my bad, you know, it definitely was not it. We'll retract that statement, or they could have stood on it. Either way, it would have been their business. But instead, they decide to bring Black female YouTubers into it. And if you know the history between us and white women, to pit a white woman against a Black woman and uplift her over a Black woman and, you know, disparage and antagonize Black women with a white woman, it's honestly just lame. Like, real niggas don't move like that. Like, only lame niggas do that. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. The shit is just lame. So that happened. And one of the men who decided to come after me to protect Pearl was Tommy. Now, you know, I don't take Tommy seriously. I never have taken Tommy seriously. He has always just come off as a man who just can't get the women he really wants, just can't make it work with nobody. And he just come off as angry, you know, and I never minded him. I just let him rock out. I just thought it was funny. I've always taught women, you don't need to try to control men. You don't need to be trying to tell men what to do. Look at the real reason behind what they do. Laugh at it. You know, we don't need to be out here trying to check them and tell them what they need. It's just not appropriate. So Tommy never bothered me because I never took it seriously. I'm like, this is clearly a man who is in love with Black women, got his heart broke, and now this is a villain origin story on the internet. I never took it seriously. And so I did a video about a year ago of an altercation that he had on Fresh and Fit. And he got into a physical altercation with a woman. And there's a segment in that video where I'm laughing and I'm like, y'all be letting Tommy get you so mad. I don't know why. And I was like, trust me, Tommy does not hate Black women, okay? And I was saying that in reference to several DMs that Tommy had sent me, begging me to come on his show, saying he loved me and everything else. So when I'm seeing all these women mad, like, oh, he hates Black women and he's doing this, I'm laughing to myself, like, why do y'all take him serious? Like, this nigga he was also in Danika's DM, a married woman, talking about, wow, you look amazing. She got the receipts of that on our D6 channel if you want to go look at it. So that's what it was about. I have linked that video in the description so you can go watch it and get the full context. So in Tommy's desperation, you know, he's out here selling peen on OnlyFans. Like, he clearly is desperate. Desperate and pathetic is the best way that I can put this. You're my father's age. You're online. You have OnlyFans. You're online doing videos. Hit the Cash App. Like, you're broke. You're struggling. Like, and it was just so desperate to me for your last attempt at any kind of relevancy, any kind of clout was to lie on your dick and say that you slept with me. You know, that's next level. All right. When they're going around doing all this stuff, I'm like, let it be. But to have men my father's age lying and saying they slept with me, man, that is the lamest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry. So I just want to go ahead and let it be known. Tommy has never slept with me. He's never met me. He's never breathed the air I breathe in life. So I just want to clear that up. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that's whack. The next thing that I want to address is Obsidian saying that I Me Too'd a Black man. So there was a lot of Black men who were coming for Obsidian because they were like, why are you caping for this white woman that Me Too'd a Black man? Pearl has caused 2 different Black men to lose their jobs due to her accusing them of wanting her and looking at her or whatever else, which is what white women do. White women think everybody want them. When nobody want they pale, pasty, dog, hair, having asses. That's just what it is. But white women always want to convince somebody that, you know, they always want to convince somebody that somebody wants them. And it's like, no, they don't. Y'all, please like the video. Boss man, thank you for the super chat. I'm not putting that up there. I don't care. So the truth is this. There was a panel that I went on Lapeef Network a year ago, and Chaotic is another YouTuber. He was on there talking real crazy about, you know, Black American women and about this country. And I'm just sitting there, he on there talking about Harriet Tubman was a fat, Black, ugly woman. And man, come on now. Like, it was ridiculous. So I'm sitting there like, why is everybody letting this fool sit and disparage our ancestors, disparage our country, disparage our history? Like, what's up with this? Now, on that panel, JR had invited me onto the panel previously in the day. And I told JR I might not be able to make it. I have some things to do. So it ended up being late at night. I ended up going on there. You can look on my channel. When I'm done with this, I'll link the video where I did the full breakdown of what happened between me and Chaotic. I'm not going to go into that too much either. Okay. So in the conversation with Chaotic, my issue was this. We are all tired of, if I'm an American, let's say I move to Nigeria, where Chaotic is from. Let's say I move to Nigeria, me and my American husband, we move to Nigeria, we have a baby. Okay, that baby grows up in Nigeria. That baby is born in Nigeria. That baby becomes an adult, and a bunch of multi-generational Nigerians are then having a conversation about the Nigerian government, about its corruption, and my child, born in Nigeria as a first-generation citizen, tells the Nigerians who have been there from their mother to their mother's mother and their mother's father, multi-generations, meaning they have multi-generations have invested in this country. My American blooded child born in Nigeria would never be able to sit amongst Nigerians that have been there for multiple generations and tell them, oh no, it's not what you think it is. It's just not, okay? All of you are wrong. Okay, your government is not corrupt. What do you mean? You all just need to work harder and stop complaining. They would have my child's head. Okay, so we feel the same way here in America. You are not going to be able to come here. You're not invested here. Your parents are not from here. Their parents are not from here. You leave your country because you can't make it work there. You move here because it's better. Then you sit amongst foundational Black Americans where our fathers have been here, built this country and sacrificed for this country, and sit in our face and tell us, oh, no. It's not what you all are saying. Okay. It's not what you all are saying. It's what I'm saying, because I was born here, even though if you're Nigerian, you're born in America, your household is still Nigerian culture, language, and thought processes. You being born here and being a citizen of here does not mean anything. So we ended up getting on there. I got on there. I asked Chaotic on the stream, like, hey, where are your parents from? He then says he doesn't want to answer that. Starts using profanity. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of men taking the lead. Okay. Women don't need to take the lead on things. Okay. There's a reason why men need to take lead and need to create authority and create order in each space. Because women, we follow. Women, we match energy. Whatever you're on is what we're on. Okay. Women don't change the direction of things. We don't keep things a certain way. Women, whatever you're doing, we're going to do it. That's just the way it is. Okay. I'm on what you on, baby. It's whatever. So when I got on there with Chaotic immediately goes straight into using profanity. Chaotic goes straight into using profanity and everything else. So I'm like, okay, well, I thought we were coming on here to So in my mind, I'm like, I thought we were coming on here to have a real conversation, but Chaotic, if you want to start yelling and using profanity, I mean, okay, all right, we can do what you want to do. So, when you're having a debate, one question should not debunk your entire argument. You know what I'm saying? So I get on there. I'm like, where your parents from? You on here talking about Harriet Tubman and our police force is not this and that. What's your background? So he goes off. So I'm like, okay, well, that's what you want. That's what you want. The problem is Chaotic and men like him are so lame. You don't know when you're being mocked. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Women, we know who to try and who not to try. Chaotic, you got tried like that because you lame, because you weak, because you was emotional. You was off your square as a man. I should never have been able to come in there and rock your shit like that. Okay. You never should have gave me that much power over you. You should have been able to keep yourself calm and keep your thoughts together. But Chaotic then proceeds to say that the reason why he acted that way is because he was under a spell I put him on. So Obsidian decides that he's getting a lot of heat for defending Pearl. These black men are like, yo, why are you defending this ugly ass white girl? And she Me Tooing black men. She had 2 black men lose their jobs. She's right now trying to take down a black man's whole YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? So Obsidian's solution to that is, well, since the goddess Me Too the black man too, he couldn't just say, you know what, y'all are right. Why was I caping for this white woman? It's not appropriate. It was kind of lame. I'm sorry. Or again, to stand on it. Instead, Obsidian decides to go like some First 48 route. My nigga, they didn't have to buy you a cheeseburger, a pack of cigarettes or nothing. Normally on First 48, you got to get a cigarette before you go to doing all this. So when other black men are attempting to hold Obsidian accountable and say, hey, you know, you caping for this white woman, she Me Too the black man, Obsidian's solution is, six the goddess, Me Too the black man as well. Okay. And it's like, first of all, no, I did not. Okay. To Me Too a black man would mean the police were called, charges were filed. So chaotic, if you were Me Too, did you lose your employment? Okay. You were back on Lapeep the next day. Did you lose your job? Did you go to court? Did you pay me a settlement? Were you financially impacted? So your solution to lacking accountability for sticking up for a white woman that Me Too'd your own brothers is to then Me Too me and try to put on my record that I Me Too'd a black man? Okay. I'll tell you what. Everyone that feels like chaotic was not sexually harassing me when he asked me what color my panties are, I'll tell you this: go to work, okay? Get off the stream, go to work, go to the office, stand up in front of all your employees and look at your female supervisor and say, hey, what color are your panties? Okay. And then I want you all to show us your termination papers and let us know what it says. Okay. Me tooing you would mean I accuse you of something you did not do. Okay. But when you ask me what color my panties are, you know, I mean, I don't understand. Okay. Maybe you all are not well versed on what Me Too means. I don't know. Maybe you don't know, but yeah, I don't recommend you men go out here asking any women in the workplace or anywhere else what color their panties are, because you're definitely going to get a title of sexual harassment, assault put on you. I don't recommend that. So this is where the problem lies. The men here are deciding to say, we're going to police Six on how she responded to this chaos, as opposed to holding the men accountable that created it. Okay. If I'm on a panel and there's a grown black man acting a fool like that, okay, trolling, being sarcastic, being ridiculous, just acting like an idiot, the men need to handle it like men. And it would have been appropriate for the men to say, my brother, I'm sorry, I'm not about to have you up here screaming and yelling and doing all this, okay? I have never and would never allow a fellow black woman to come on any of my panels screaming and yelling at nobody. Not a black man, not a black woman. It would never happen. So fellas, the first lesson is this: if you don't want women to handle things like a woman, then you need to handle things like a man. So if no man was going to tell him, listen, we're going to take you off this panel, you need to calm down. You are being belligerent. You are being irate. If y'all don't want to do that, guess what I'm going to do? Handle it like a woman, which is going to be to do what? I'm scared. I'm scared. Tell him, leave me alone. Okay. I'm bothered by this. Tell him, leave me alone. We have so many female Instagram models, influencers, YouTubers getting killed by stalkers. So this man gets on here and tells me that he know about my child. He knows how tall I am. He knows my life story. He know my dog died. God damn. And so I'm like, damn, this man is clearly emotional. He's saying all kind of weird stuff. He calling me witches, saying that I'm putting him under a spell, and he couldn't help the way he was asking because I'm a witch and I put a hex on him. Like, what? Y'all don't think, what y'all waiting for that nigga to be at my window to say, hey, this is getting problematic? It's all fun and games until it does escalate. It's some sick people out here. And when you got people that start calling people witches and demons, that's schizophrenia. That's a real deep rabbit hole. So a bunch of men sit around with their dick in their hand, and then I step forward like, I'm gonna handle like a woman, period. The fuck? That's just what it's gonna be. And then you have a problem with that. So I'm gonna pull this up because there's just a few things that I want to clear the air about. Okay. The problem is, like I said, women, we know who to try and who not to try. The way that Chaotic was acting and the way that I was roasting him for filth. Okay. Let me pull this up. So I want to get down to the real problem here because I know you all see this and you're thinking like, what is going on? I'm going to show you all what is the real issue going on for you. So, if Obsidian decided that he wanted to do this stream, that's one thing, but to get on here and lie on me like this ain't it. So Obsidian says that I got on there and was aggressive and antagonized Chaotic. So let me play this. Hold on. One second. So Obsidian says that I came on and was aggressive.
I always call it fair, straight down the middle. That's it. I have nothing personal against you. I saw it. I called it out. I still think you cool. But
okay,
you're
still not explaining how what I said was aggressive, and you're still not explaining
it was
why
Madam, you said you had smoke for the guy. You had smoke, as in gun smoke. That's where the phrase "smoke, I got the smoke, I want the smoke" comes from. It's a provocative statement. It's a provocation. That's what it is. Come on.
That had anything to do with that topic.
Okay, so I find that to be really dramatic. It's so funny. Like y'all saying I me too someone by reaching on me now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is so funny to me. So Obsidian says that I said I have smoke like gun smoke. Okay. So basically he's insinuating that I was saying I was going to, I guess, shoot Chaotic. So let's look at what I said when I came on.
How y'all doing?
Hey.
Me Too'd a black man in Chaotic Truth, and is where Six the Goddess Me Too'd a black man in Chaotic Truth, and we're now going to go to her fair use.
I'll say welcome to the show. What you got for
How
us?
y'all doing?
Hey.
Hi, Six.
Hey.
Who's that?
I have a quick question.
Hello.
I have a question for the brother on the end. What is his name?
It's chaotic.
Agent of Chaos.
Where are your parents from?
Can y'all show me where I said that I have smoke for Buddy on the end? I never said that. I came in, I said, hey, how y'all doing? I have a question for the brother at the end. Okay, so y'all over there lying on me, saying that I was saying I had smoke like gun smoke, insinuating that I was gonna, I was somehow going to shoot Chaotic. I don't know. So this is what, now ladies, these men out here talking about, oh my God, why y'all not married? Ladies, can y'all tell me who is lining up? Who is lining up to get a husband like this? It's very interesting in this stream that Obsidian decides to say that Black men need to have decorum on their panels because it shows self-respect. But then in the same breath, you're literally pulling up footage of Chaotic screaming and having a mental breakdown on a panel. And yet and still somehow the problem is me and how I responded to this chaos. And I responded like a woman.
So she doesn't know that because she's not really collegiately educated. So,
you know, Chaotic has never gotten over the fact you got roasted. Okay, sir, you lost. I knocked you off your square. You exposed yourself that you stalked my Instagram. And, you know, you need to just take that L. So, ladies, this is why I tell y'all to never date or marry Black men who are interested in white women.
So she doesn't know that on a college campus, it's easy to be around women who look like her or any other women on that damn panel. You know why? Because it's 25,000 women on these campuses. She doesn't know that I went to a primarily all-female high school, by the way. My high school, I graduated with 81 or 82 people. It was five dudes who graduated with me. I went to a damn near all-female high school. So she doesn't know anything about me. She doesn't know. She's probably used to street dudes who didn't go anywhere, get out, and particularly didn't go to college. So she's not used to somebody like me who's been around thousands of women. My best friend, who comes to my channel all the time, she's a fashion stylist and she styles for models. So I've been around models. I've been around tall women. So when she was saying these things, I think she was coming from the perspective of, I know he can't possibly be one of these types of guys because I don't flaunt it. I don't talk about it. But I have people in the chat listening right now who can verify it. And truth be told, I don't even care about verifying it, Obsidian. I just know what type of woman this is because I've been around these types. So to a person like Six, who isn't really all that anyway, and she's over the age of 30, she's already hit the wall. But see, the problem in the Black community is that Black men don't set standards. See, I think somewhere in that clip I told her, I said, Six, there are 20-year-old girls who work at Chick-fil-A at the cash register who are running circles around you. Women are farmed out all the time. Over 30, you look over 30. So you're not even competing yet. You're not even in competition with the females that I could really get if I wasn't married, which I did get before I was married. But see, again, men have to stop simping because a lot of Black women have been empowered by this. You got ugly fat women walking around, Black women walking around like their shit don't stink now. Because a lot of,
you know, I can't find a timestamp, but there was a timestamp. You know, y'all, Chaotic has helped you all crack the code, okay? Y'all been out here struggling to find wives. They're at Chick-fil-A. Duh, okay? Everyone, let's all thank Chaotic, okay? Fellas, you've been doing it all wrong. Delete the dating apps, okay? Get off Tinder, Bumble, get out the club, go to Chick-fil-A, and there are tons of women at the register that are shitting on me. Okay, I am ugly AF compared to the cashiers at Chick-fil-A. So, fellas, you've been doing it wrong the whole time. Okay, the women at Chick-fil-A are making me look homeless. All right, so y'all, please thank Chaotic for helping y'all. You know, helping y'all crack the code. But I'm gonna show you all what this is all really about. Now, in this stream that Chaotic did, he then proceeds to say that white women are heaven. Okay. And then he's like, you know, I married a Black woman, but white women are heaven. And I was treated the best with white women. And I said, you know, are these I thought I had the timestamp, but I don't. Let me see. This might be it right here. So I'm just honestly discouraged for a lot of these men wives that your husbands are on here talking about these beautiful white women and milk of magnesia queens. Like if I was married to a Black man that was on there doing that, Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies, okay? Why y'all not married? Why y'all not married? Okay. Why y'all not married, ladies? This is what y'all need to be signed up for. Okay. Now, in my Patreon, I tell the ladies all the time, don't ever date a man. If it's a man and he dates white women at all, don't do it. Okay. Don't do it, because deep down inside, that's what he's going to want. So, y'all, please get these married people. Y'all, please come get these married men. Okay. They're embarrassing their wives. My heart goes out to their wives. I would be so devastated if my black husband was on the internet saying this.
It was like being in heaven, because they treat they're in heaven. Six the goddess, but I could white women. I've been with only now people will say I'm Carlton, like that crazy woman said, but I've only been with 2 white women in my entire life, and I can tell you the Six the goddess, but I could tell you this.
Goddess called you Carlton. That is
called me Carlton.
Called it from Fresh Prince, the original
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the real Carlton, not the new one.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is that, just pearly things. And oh, by the way, I've been with only 2 white women in my life, and I'm telling you, it was like being in heaven, because they bring femininity with them.
What?
And they do. And so now, mind you, I'm married to a black woman. She's beautiful and she's very feminine. But a lot of black women want to be black dudes.
Well, let me ask you this.
Whereas white women don't want to be. Go ahead.
I need that.
You know, this is why. You know, when women wonder why I do that, you know, that's the real reason. Don't ever date black men who have an eye or an affinity for white women at all. Because while you over there married to him, if he's even really married, okay, you know, Chaotic just cannot get over the fact that he lost. Like, sir, you lost. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Free Media, these lames like this are done every chance I get. I'm on their head. Despicable, period. Because come on now. Oh, thank you for the super chat, my good sis Danica. I don't lost the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Life Challenges said he's lying. He knows that he would divorce his wife if you gave him a chance. These dudes need to stop lying to themselves. Thank you for the super chat. Danica says, 6 fine as fuck, stop the cap. Honey purr. What the hell? You know, then of course, the Jamaican cop has to always make an appearance. You know, Chaotic, you're just mad because you got tried like a bitch ass nigga. I'm sorry. I would have never tried a real nigga like that. You got treated that way because that's how you present yourself. That's how we women roll. You take the lead in how much we respect you. And so when you get on there letting us knock you off your square and yell and scream like that, you got played. I mean, I'm sorry. You need to just take the L. You got tried. You got played. Let it go. Okay, you over here trying to explain yourself. I've been around models. My friend is a stylist for models, and I would go with my friend, so I was around the models. And my wife looks way better than Six of Goddess, I promise. Six probably thinks I'm ugly and thinks that but I'm not. Like, just stop. Okay, everybody see you lame. You got played by a woman. I roasted you. I trolled you. And that's just what it was. Nobody Me Too'd you. You're so lame that you don't even know when you're being sarcastically trolled. I handled the situation like a woman because all those men there didn't handle it like a man. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. You don't like it, handle it yourself. And now, you know, of course, we got to have the Jamaican cop. Of course, we got Officer Oxtails that still won't let things go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely not gonna sit here and argue with no nigga that get played like this on national television.
For women, it's not a sensitive subject, but it's an important.
What does that mean for women?
Oh, there you go.
So what did you think about our conversation?
I thought our conversation was really interesting. I feel like you had a chance to kind of really dive into me a little bit more, and I got a chance to kind of see a different side of you too. Especially the whole feminist thing. I thought that was really, you know, I like that.
I'm happy to hear those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was a little worried about that.
Why?
So have you dated women like that before? Or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, no, don't get me wrong, though. Naturally, you know, you do want a woman that has a level of submissiveness to her, you know. there's parts in the relationship where you want the woman to be a woman.
That made me laugh. Okay.
So you leaving me on that note?
Yeah.
On that note.
When Nathan says that a woman should act like a woman, I don't know what that means.
Ooh. Boy, my nigga, you be taking L after L. Like, you are like, damn, like, this is what I mean by women. We know when you lame. Like, y'all be so mad. Y'all be mad when we be trolling y'all and laughing at y'all, but I'm sorry, y'all bring it on y'allself. Like, I don't know what to say. You know, so the reason why Officer Oxtail don't like me is because when I came on the Lapeef network, let me see if I can just pull this up. Because, man, let me see. I'm going to show y'all literally why Officer Oxtails is upset with me. Thank you for the super chat. The nigga says, not a reality TV reject ninja. Enough said, girl, like, no women take you seriously, including me. Like, none of us take you seriously. Like, please, that girl laughed in your face. Like, are you not embarrassed? Like, I'm embarrassed for you. He's smiling, like, your cheeks black. You got Officer Curry go. You need to go to the doctor, because when your cheeks start turning black like that, that's a sign of blood pressure issues or like pre-diabetes. So you might want to get a doctor's appointment because your skin is turning colors. And, you know, I wouldn't want to see anything happen to you, like when you got drugged down that hallway. So I'm going to show y'all why down that highway. I'm going to show y'all why Officer Curry don't like me. When y'all see what happened and like how all this came about, that he's making 7-hour live streams about me and doxing me and trying to put my real name out there so people can stalk me and harass me. This is why, okay? And it's so funny how people like Pearl can disparage your whole race and you make excuses for her. But then a black woman say 2 words that you don't like and you on our neck. Like, damn. You white girls can go out here and say whatever to you. You don't do shit. But a black woman say one wrong word, boy, y'all doing 7-hour live stream. All right, so let me show y'all. This is literally, before this stream, I had never spoke to Officer Oxtails, had never bothered him, never disrespected him or nothing like that. So now he doing all these videos about how, you know, I'm a harlot, you know, and about how I'm this and I'm that. So I'm going to show y'all how it all got started. If y'all are wondering like why this man is going so hard, I'm going to show y'all why. So this is the interaction between us. And you'll see how he was not going to take no for an answer. He was going to get a conversation out of me.
When JR texted me, I got off of there and I was trying to get on. I don't know what he had said prior to those minutes between me getting onto the panel. When I came on, I asked him, where are your parents from? You're still not describing how that's disrespectful to warrant him to be so aggressive.
Yeah, I can describe it, but I'm gonna let the rest of the take to the cross. But just
why can't we have a conversation? So why is it that his behavior towards me is completely ignored, but my response to his behavior has become the real problem?
But ma'am, if you don't understand, they're just like we having a conversation about men and female and relationships. And I said, hey, Six of God, do you got an ass job?
The American justice system asking it where someone's background is relevant.
Is he could have been from Paris.
Logic.
No,
please answer this question.
Hold on.
So are you saying
Can I make a statement? Can I make a statement? Because
why you don't
hold on, Logic? Can I make a statement? Because the point she's making.
I'm sorry, I wasn't done asking my question.
But what you're about to say is irrelevant because it's not pushing the conversation.
Now y'all see, I'm being completely respectful to the man. I'm sorry. I was talking to someone else. I'm not done with my question. You'll see there is zero disrespect. Just keep watching. This is the man who literally did a 7-hour live stream doxing me. And every chance he get, he comes speak on me from this interaction.
Conversation 4.
If we are having a conversation about the government within a certain country, asking if that person.
You see, I said, excuse me, no, thank you. Okay. I'm talking to someone else. I'm finishing my thought. You see, I tried to continue my conversation with someone else. He is literally over talking me. 6, 6, 6. He was not going to stop till he got my attention. Just keep watching.
Person's background is from that country is not relevant to the conversation.
No, it is not, and I'll explain to you why.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
aware
really would like
not,
Logic to
but you're
answer
not.
that
But
question.
I'm the one that's qualified to have the conversation because I've done the actual job. I worked in the criminal justice field.
I really came on here because Logic had said something about me,
All
and
right,
I was simply trying to ask him a question about
Logic, can I ask you something?
And that's Officer Nate.
Yeah,
he is a little bit of a panel justice system, whether or not about the nature of legal.
I agree with you.
Oh my God.
Even though
You're moderating this channel.
I only want to turn to an argument. I'm gonna just say this to you, Six Goddess. I'm gonna just say this to you. Hey, look, I have nothing against you, I always call it fair, straight down the middle. That's it. I have nothing personal against you. I saw it. I called it out. I still think you cool. But
okay,
you're
still not explaining how what I said was aggressive, and you're still not explaining
it was
why
Madam, you said you had smoke for the guy. You had smokes where the phrase vocative.
They loud and yelling.
Be honest, you took a shot at him.
Am I bothering you?
You bothering me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
See what happened there? See what she did to Mr. Logic there? More fuckery? Gaslighting again? See that? Did y'all see that?
So I don't know if y'all could hear because it was kind of low, but I was talking to someone else. Like I wasn't talking to him. Okay. It was very late at night. It was maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was talking to somebody else. And Obsidian's like, see? Like, y'all so desperate. It's crazy. See how she's gaslighting him? I wasn't talking to Logic.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Could talk about how women weaponize the use of them being afraid against other men and get them in trouble. We can discuss that.
Sorry.
And then laugh about it as if it's funny.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to my man. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to you. Thank you.
That's fine. So can we discuss the criminal justice system? I think it's a good topic. We could segue in.
We can move on.
And if you got to deal with your man 6, you're more than welcome to handle that.
I'm jealous. I had a woman to make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. Y'all got my sushi cold. Little piece and got my sushi cold.
Well, to be fair, sushi by definition would be cold, but nevertheless, let's continue.
Yeah. Just did that. Go make a sandwich for her man and get off the panel. I don't understand why she just won't do that.
No, bro. Come on, let her be, bro. Let her be. Let her be.
The reason why I think it's interesting is because the reason why I think it's interesting is because I'm also a foreigner and I've worked in the criminal justice system. So based on her logic, she's basically saying that my statements aren't valid either, and I can't speak on it. I've worked in the Black community for 13.
I mean, yeah, I never understood this. Absolutely. No, you're not from here and you're a policeman. Yeah, we don't need you speaking on no Black issues whatsoever. You're talking about your whole family back in Jamaica. Go be a police in Jamaica. No, I couldn't go to Jamaica and tell y'all what it is just because I got a job as a police officer for 10 years. I would not be able to have my opinion be above the opinions of the people that's been there generation after generation. So neither can you. Okay. How is that a hard concept to understand? If you don't understand that concept, you just don't want to.
15 years. My whole family is Jamaican. So based on her logic, what I have to say and what I do is not valid. And that's why I have to push back on that statement. So to your point, Logic, regardless of where Chaotic is from, how ridiculous his statements may seem, if facts are facts, they don't care about your feelings. 6.
I think her man getting that sandwich that I want.
Let him do his thing. He's a good man. Shout out to him. People like to lead with their insecurities. No one asks if you had a man at the house.
So y'all, after that, it was very clear that this man was salty. Okay. It is very clear that he was hurt in some way. Like, that was super weird. Like, I did not want to talk to you. I told you, like, I'm good. I'm talking to someone else. Like, you literally forced the conversation. 6, 6, 6, 6. Then I'm like, oh, nobody asked if you had a man. Like, what the fuck? So, then he ends up deciding that he's going to do a 7-hour live stream about me, doxing me, trying to diagnose me with personality disorders and everything else. We watch Chaotic. He's on Obsidian stream, all calm, cool, and collective. But then he was on the Peep having a psychotic break. Like, clearly, if anyone got a personality disorder, it's him. I don't know if it's a sociopath. You're on here disparaging your own alleged wife, talking about what she is. I mean, what do you do for her? One minute you're all calm, the next minute you're screaming. There was some guy, some therapist on there talking about Nelson therapist, and Obsidian decides to bring a doctor up there of some sorts or therapist to diagnose me with a personality disorder. And then Obsidian proceeds to ask the therapist if he thinks that Chaotic has a personality disorder. And the doctor says no. And I'm like, well, what's the name of your practice so we never go there? Because, my nigga, if you can see Chaotic over here with split personalities, 1 minute he's calm, the next minute he going off. If you can look at that and say that you cannot conclude if he has a problem, then just don't quit your day job. I'm tired of you niggas saying that you don't like me, I'm this and I'm that, but y'all literally watch everything I do. Why do y'all watch me? That's a question I have. Why do y'all watch me? So pretty much, I decided with the whole Jamaican cop thing, I'm definitely not responding to him anymore, because with dealing with that Jamaican cop, that is going to be a never-ending cycle, because I'm not about to sit here and argue with no nigga like this. He clearly don't let shit go, okay? He clearly don't let nothing go, all right? You over here getting drugged down 85 in Atlanta, okay, for a traffic stop, holding on for dear life on the highway. Y'all see how fast that car going? He's still holding on. And you think for a second that I'm finna sit here and keep going back and forth with a nigga like this? Hell no, you don't let go of nothing, okay? You don't let go of shit, so therefore, I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with you no more, Officer Curry Gold. The reality is you wanted to have a conversation with me. I know you come from a different country. You came here and now you thinking that, we think it's cool that you're a police officer. That's not a cool career here. Because you're a police officer, it does not make you an expert on the law at all. Police are not required to go to any kind of law school. So it does not make you any kind of expertise on it. I think you feel like it's a cool career and a respectable career here in America. It's not. No one likes the police, and y'all don't make no money. So, I don't know if you thought you was going to come over here. Like, I'm a cop, so I know. Like, no, we don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going back and forth with him no more. I'm not going back and forth with Chaotic no more. There was a part on this stream, Chaotic's like, Six of Goddess is a witch. Okay. She's a witch. Okay. By calling herself a goddess, she's putting a spell on everyone. And if you see her Instagram, she puts all these provocative pictures on her Instagram and then wonders why I can't stop looking at it. Chaotic is over there self-loathing because he literally stalks my Instagram every day and he can't stop. Okay, he just can't stop. And he's so mad at himself. Like, why can't I stop looking at this woman? Every time I turn around, Chaotic is speaking about my frame, my height. Like, clearly, sir, just stop. Okay. But you know what this is all about? Obsidian said something very telling and very profound. And this really shows what the real problem is. Okay. Hold on 1 second. This Obsidian finally is the first man to finally be honest and say this out loud of what the real problem they have with women like myself.
If they can't present themselves with the therapy because they want to be seen, if you ask me.
Okay. I have my own take on that. Is because what men want to see. Yeah. Men don't want to see a sword fight. Straight men don't anyway. Straight men don't. Men of other persuasions.
Yeah, that is true.
But straight men don't want to see a sword fight. Straight men want to see attractive looking women getting put in their place. Let me give y'all the secret sauce to the black.
I'm gonna rewind that a second. And this is why I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more, because I know what the real problem is. Okay. I want y'all to listen once again to what he just said. Finally, the truth come out. I've been waiting for someone to be the one to go ahead and say it. Finally, the truth come out about what these panels and what these spaces are really about. And I would have to say, I agree with Chaotic. I don't think that men and women need to be on panels together anymore unless there is healthy male leadership. Okay. We have men admitting that they purposely antagonize and instigate issues with women on these panels. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Otis. Thank you for the super chat, Liv Marie. Oh wow. Oh my God. Thank you for the cash app from Big Bro. Says, I'm a pass on the Chick-fil-A. You so funny. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Andre says, for contribution, here we go. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. You know, over this past week, I was on vacation, and when I tell y'all that Black men blew my phone up in support, okay? I'm talking about checked on me, 6, are you okay? Like, don't listen to them lames, like you good. And I was glad to take this break from YouTube for a week and to just let my people pour into me and remind me that, you know, we rocking in real life. Like these internet niggas that are 5'2" and are still single, you know, no children. Like, come on now. These niggas is old as fuck. Not one woman, you know, wanted to have a baby with you. Okay. Your dick, not one woman felt your dick and was like, I'm gonna get this nigga a baby. Not one woman decided that she gonna be your wife and take care of you. Like, I don't get it. Like, where are these fit, friendly, feminine 21-year-olds that y'all claim you want? Like, where are yours at? You're 5 foot tall, you're single, you have zero sexual attraction. Women are not sexually attracted to you whatsoever. Ladies, do you feel any sexual attraction for Obsidian? Like, just like, I don't understand. How old are you? Like, you're my dad's age. Like, y'all single. Like, nobody want to deal with y'all. And this is the truth on what their real problem is. I'm gonna rewind this for y'all.
Black manosphere, attractive looking Asian.
Yeah, that is.
Straight men don't anyway. Straight men don't. Men of other persuasion.
Yeah, that is true.
But straight men don't want to see a sword fight. Straight men want to see attractive looking women getting put in their place. Let me give y'all the secret sauce to the black manosphere.
So we're gonna just end there on that note. Okay, I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. Okay, I know that when you see a woman like myself, you feel as though I've never been challenged. You feel as though I'm sure all these men, they just stumble over her and fall over themselves for her so much. So, you know, this is when you know these niggas just ain't smart. Okay, you know, these niggas think they so genius. Like, oh, I know a lot of men must be after her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna humble her. I'm gonna be mean to her. Okay, because I know she's not used to that. And I'm going to be different. All right. You know, I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. You've already admitted that y'all like seeing attractive women get put in their place. So, you know, that's it. I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. Officer Curry Goat, definitely not going back and forth with you anymore whatsoever. You talk about you a cop, but you really bringing discriminate. You just the embarrassment. Okay. If I was your ex whatever chapter of police you was in, and I worked with you before, I would be disowning you. Like, we don't know him. I wouldn't even want you associated with the police force. Like, nah, he don't speak for us. I mean, what officers have we ever seen getting on panels, doing all this and making, how are you an officer of the law, but you're getting online, putting out my information and doxing me? You know, like, I don't understand that. Like, why would you do that to a woman? Like, oh, I'm mad at her because she embarrassed me and my ego is bruised, so I'm going to go put her real name out there. Like, don't you understand? Like, there's so many people that threaten me. I'm a female. Like, I don't understand that. I don't care. Nothing I said was constituted you to come back with doxing me and, you know, saying I have mental illnesses. Like, nothing constituted that. Thanks for the super chat, sir. Say Jason Black destroyed the black manosphere. No, the black manosphere destroyed itself, okay? Because they're over here trying to, their goal is to humble women and humble, attractive women, like Obsidian said. You know, that's why it failed, okay? That's why it failed. All right, so now I'm going to speak on Anton, okay, because it has to be addressed, okay? It has to be addressed head on. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. But I thought it was really weird that y'all saw the interaction me and Officer Currygo had. Like, why would you do that? You know, you're putting my real name out there, my information out there based off of what? You know, it's so amazing to me how when your own does something, you're willing to come back with such vitriol. You're willing to go so far when it comes to your own, but white folks disparage you, continue to have privilege over you, can say whatever they want to say about you, and you take up for her, you know, but your own say one thing you don't like, bruise your ego one time, and you want to dox me and possibly put me in danger. You know, that's crazy to me. Thank you for the super chat, Sir Chi. They lost, yeah, and this is what it's about. They lost subs, and so they're trying to, you know, they're over here patting their pockets like, like, oh, all this backfired. Niggas don't think this is funny. What can we do to get our audience back? We can do what Obsidian said. Humble and attractive woman. Come for an attractive woman because that's what you want. So let's go ahead and break down the situation with Anton. Let me turn my AC up a second because it's getting a little bit cold in here. 1 second. Oh, by the way, let me check on my beef stew. Let me check on my beef stew I'm cooking. Let me check on my beef stew. And Obsidian said, does Six of Goddess even cook? Oh my God, like the way that they're reaching. Are my Patreoners in here? Okay, are my Patreoners in here? Patreoners, are y'all in here? If y'all are in here, I ain't gonna say nothing. What is the main thing that I tell y'all to do in the Patreon? Okay, y'all just wait for their comments. I know some of y'all in here. What do I be talking about in the Patreon on what we need to be doing as women? As women. You know, I find it so funny. Like, you know, I kind of looked at Obsidian as someone who claimed to be an intellectual. So it's odd to see him make these wrong assumptions. It's very odd for him to lie on me the way he's doing, and he's me tooing me, you know? So I find that very, very strange. Here go the Patreoners. They gonna tell it. The women in my Patreon, here they go. Here go Tierra. Cooking and scrubbing baseboards. I'm in my Patreon telling women to get on their hands and knees and scrub your man's fucking baseboards. Okay. I have a women's only Patreon. Let me go ahead and say this real quick too. All this shade y'all throw in, like, oh, y'all letting a single mother tell men what to do and give you relationship advice. That's not at all my MO. Okay. My Patreon, men are not even allowed in there. Okay. What I do is I show women how to look good, how to be confident in themselves. Okay. I teach them about their relationships with their mothers. Their relationships with Black men go into the entirety of our job as Black women. Okay. Make this very clear. Okay. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a relationship guru. I deal with mostly women. Okay. My entire philosophy, and the Patreoners will tell you that, is that I teach them you don't never tell no man what to do under any circumstance. Stay in your place, scrub them baseboards, and go cook something. In my Patreon, we share recipes. I'm coming back on camera, y'all. I have to switch out my battery. On my Patreon, we share recipes, fitness tips. Okay. It's a network of women, all kinds of women from all over the world. All kinds of women from all over the world that younger women can come in and get advice. We have married women. We have single women. Okay. We have divorced women, widowed women. We have all type. And it's a whole network for young girls to be able to come to OGs for good advice. It's a place where women can go that want to be their best selves, Okay. If I don't know nothing else, I know how to look good. If I don't know nothing else, I know how to stay in shape. Okay. I've been in shape my whole life. I ain't never fell off. I ain't never got fat. I ain't never let myself go under any circumstance. That's what I teach. Okay. Talking about our relationships with men is simply a part of that. I've never been part of the manosphere whatsoever. So I also don't understand why y'all be like, why do y'all let them infiltrate? When the fuck have I ever been in the manosphere? I don't understand that. It's very weird to me that simply if a Black woman says, I do not want to hate my own men, I do not want to disparage my own men. Okay. If a woman is simply saying that, how does that equate to she's in the manosphere? No, I'm not in the goddamn manosphere. I'm simply saying, hey, you know, I believe that we're here. We in the same boat together. All these Black women gonna still want to fuck these men. You're gonna still fucking suck them. You're still attracted to them. So if that's the case, why don't you do yourself a favor and make it work with them in the best way you can? That's what I'm on. I'm not over here trying to be a voice for men. How am I be a voice for men? I ain't no voice for no damn man. I simply say, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I simply say, hey, if this is what we're going to be doing anyway, if this is where we at anyway, let's go ahead and figure out the best way to make this happen peacefully. That's what I do. I'm not a part of the manosphere. I have never in my life caped for no Black men. Okay, it's weird to me that if a woman simply say, hey, I don't hate my men, I don't hate them. It's weird to me that when a woman simply says, hey, you know, we are also part of the problem. We can't sit here and say that men are the problem and everything. Like we play a part in that as well. Okay, that's weird that translates to y'all as I'm in the manosphere. No. Thank you for the super chat. Joe says, peace, my great sister 6. I definitely remember that show with that police. That was my last time ever calling into the show that night, period. Okay, that's on Mary. Okay, so yeah, just to be clear, I talk and speak to women. Okay, the women in my Patreon are here now. By the way, ladies, get into Patreon. That's something else that Chaotic said that I know he's stalking me, because in that stream with Obsidian, he was like, yeah, 6 the Goddess be on there for 2-3 hours getting ready for her show, and Pearly doesn't wear no makeup. And I said, me and the Patreoners was talking last night, and I said, how the fuck do Chaotic know that I be on there for 2 hours doing my makeup? Okay, so ladies, for those of you who don't know, my Patreon, that's what I do. Okay, before I do my shows, I do my makeup live, and we have girl talk along with watching me do my makeup. You get to see all my products I use, all my techniques, and all of that. Okay, and I do be on there for 2 hours because we be kikiing, we be having a good time, we have a freaking ball. Okay. You know, so that shows Chaotic is even in my Patreon. Like he like, just stop. I'm sitting here like, we were like, damn, how did he know that? Because he's in there. Because he's mad at himself because he said I have him under a spell. Okay. Now, can y'all imagine what would happen if a woman got on here and acted a fool and said that the reason why she acted a fool is because a man put a spell on her? Y'all would have her head. Hey, Ashley, thank you for the super chat, boo. Say unbig them MFing backs, period. That's what we on in the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. You niggas out here talking about these women don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't, man, that's what I'm in there getting them to do. Okay. Shout out to Ashley, one of my girls. We have a meetup coming in June. Okay. All the ladies are coming to Atlanta. It's going to be litty. Okay. Honey, period. We have a good time. My Patreon has been a woman's only platform since its inception. So it's weird to me that I now have people saying, why do y'all listen to a baby mama for relationship advice? Now, for those of you who did not see what transpired between Anton and I'm about to roll the clip of what happened. And then I'm going to break down the aftermath of what happened after this. And I'm going to break down what happened before this. And I had a private conversation with Courtney Michelle and B. Taylor. Okay. So Anton has been going around this past week throwing so much shade at me. It is not even funny. And so I'm going to break down the truth. as to what actually happened. So y'all look at this, and while y'all look at this, I'm going to go ahead and go change out my battery. Go ahead, Anton.
Why do you do that? Like, why do you create the narrative before we even had a conversation?
I don't need to have a conversation with you, Anton, because you lie.
What did I lie about?
I don't want to go back and forth with you. You always
What did
say
I lie
you never
about? You
saw
just
the
said I
video.
lied.
You always say you never saw the video. You always say you don't know what someone is talking about.
What did I lie about specifically?
What did you come on here to say, Anton?
I came to say that this is some fake shit, Six, because you know you got my number in real life.
What
and
do I need to say?
anytime, no, if you're gonna let me speak, let me speak. Anytime that anybody has ever had a question, you know we didn't always reached out to each other. I even when motherfuckers that I was rocking with, that I was paying, that I was having conversations with, when they was coming against you, I never turned on you. I never turned. And no, hold on. You know this. You know this because we had real conversations in person. You sat in my crib and we had these conversations. You know I defended you. You know I never mentioned your name one time. We didn't always disagree on almost everything that we stood on. Me and you had a conversation about how much we disagreed in my motherfucking kitchen. And I told you specifically, I said, yo, if you ever got a problem with me, if you ever have any disagreement with me, all you got to do is hit me personally, and I will tell you to your face whether or not I got a disagreement with you. And then the next thing you know, I look up and I see my name in your mouth publicly. And it's like, wait a minute. How is my name in her mouth publicly when specifically me and you agreed that if we ever had a problem with each other, we would call each other directly? I don't understand. Like, how you gonna say one thing publicly and then move differently privately when me and you personally had a conversation and we agreed how we was gonna move when it came to each other? I never talked smut on your name. I never said nothing negative to you. I defended you against the very people that had their name in your mouth when it was against my own best interests. I held you down. I always held you down. And even when I thought that you had a problem, you said you had a problem with one of my homeboys. And I specifically called you when I said, yo, that ain't even the case. I remember specifically when you told me, yo, I unfollowed you because you was aligned with this person that I thought I had beef with. And I said, that ain't got nothing to do with me and you. I got a direct line to you. I hit you up if I need you. I hit you up if I have a disagreement with you. You ain't never got to worry about nothing, regardless of whether or not me and you disagree on this issue or that issue. And you told me to my face, Anton, I know you disagree with me when it comes to this whole black issue or FBA or whatever, but I understand you move differently because your actions show that you actually support black people. You married a black woman. You got a black daughter. You showed me love. I flew you first class to Detroit. I put you in the best suite. I had you in my kitchen. We talked directly face to face. You kicked it with my wife. You text back and forth with my wife. And now you want to sit here and act like we ain't got a direct line to each other. And then I look up and motherfuckers like, yeah, Six is saying this and that about you or whatever, so on and so forth. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me hit her up. I look up, unfollow me on Instagram, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I thought we had a direct connection and we didn't let none of this online bullshit get in between us. If I have a problem with you, I'll call you directly. If you got a problem with me, you call me directly. I ain't never put your name in my mouth, ever, never in a negative way. And you know this, you know it to be true. So what's happening? Like, why would you do that if you know me and you didn't have this conversation personally?
Are you finished now? Can I talk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What is wrong with me saying that due to your stance on Pearly, okay, which you are entitled to have, you a grown man. What is wrong with me saying due to your stance on Pearly, I just don't want to deal with you anymore? Why would I have to call you and say anything for what? You made it clear how you feel and I just don't want to deal with you no more.
And that's cool, but we agreed that we would say that directly and we wouldn't
Why do
do
I
that
need to say
publicly.
directly? For what? I'm supposed to go to you
Because
and
that's
say,
what we agreed to.
No, I didn't agree to that. You agreed to that. You said, hey, you could just come to me. And I was like, okay. I never said, oh, Anton, if we ever fall out, I'm going to come to you. There's no reason to come to you. You're a grown-ass man. I can't tell you what to do.
Rita, did she no. Did she not say this directly in our kitchen, in our crib?
Anton, let me ask you this.
That's crazy.
Who was this video about? Because I find it very interesting.
It was no. It was specifically you want to know directly? I'll name names.
No. Because I find it very interesting that 24 hours before you made this video, I did a video about how white people need to keep black people issues out their mouth. The next day you made this video. Who was this about?
Specifically, it was about Courtney. And the reason that I went into detail about it, because I said that specifically it was women that was working behind the scenes trying to destroy us and had different people working. And it was more than just Courtney, but it wasn't just Courtney by herself, but it was people behind the scenes when we had got into it, because when she left the Peace Network the first time, she was working with my enemies. It was about more. It was about a lot of different women, but it it was about left the people. I said that specifically it was women.
One more time, okay? Because I'm out here getting called that I've betrayed and I'm not loyal, and so let me just make sure we understand this. The question was, who was this about?
That was working behind the scenes trying to.
Why just Pearly Things is more successful than you? Okay, now. I don't know if y'all saw this video that I did. Okay, so I want y'all to keep in mind that this video that I'm referencing is 3 months old. Okay, let me show y'all this. This is a video that I did. Okay, why non-black people need to keep black people's issues out their mouths. Okay. This was 3 months ago. This is the video I did. In the comments, so many people were referring to Pearly. Okay. They were like, oh, Pearl does not speak on black issues specifically. Like they knew exactly. They were like, oh, Pearl. And it's so ironic because it's like y'all are saying that she don't have black people name in her mouth, yet that's the number one name y'all were dropping in the comments. Now, it's no secret that Anton has always been a man who says that he doesn't believe racism exists. I don't believe that you don't have to be friends or do business with someone just because you have different views on certain things. I always felt like, you know what, Anton want to think racism doesn't exist. I guess he's entitled to do that. It didn't bother me because I felt like at the end of the day, as long as you're married to a black woman and you have a black family, then that's the main thing that, I'm concerned about. So I never let it come in between doing any business or any content. I felt like, he's entitled to feel his way. I'm entitled to feel mine. It never bothered me. But there is a big, big difference between saying that you don't think racism exists and disparaging your own women with white women. Okay. Now, if you just over there, racism is not a thing, work hard, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, then, that's one thing. But when you start saying why this white woman is more successful than you, she outworks you, which is so ironic because come to find out, she has Africans working for her and doing everything for her. Come to find out, she ain't working doing nothing. Now, once you start putting white women above your own, once you start sneak dissing me, that's when it becomes a problem. So you see the video that I did was 3 months old. Why non-black people need to keep black people issues out their mouth. The next day is when Anton did the video saying why just Pearly Things is more successful than you. Now, I had been seeing a few things that he had going on, and I was like, this is not giving for me. But again, I'm not gonna go check no man. Like, why are you saying this? The man can say and do whatever he want to do. But I had already kind of seen like he was doing some things here and there. And so when he threw this shade in this video that he put up 24 hours after the one I did, that's when I decided it's time to just fall back. You know, I can feel when someone has subconscious like vitriol towards me. And so I'm like, it's kind of weird that he's throwing this shade like this. Like, you know what? I probably just need to like fall back, you know, just kind of give him his space because this is just too much. Okay. So this is the video that he posted the next day. Why just Pearly Things is more successful than you. Now, according to this stream that we were on, Anton said that this video was about Courtney. And when I really thought about it, I'm like, so when Anton came on the panel, he's like, oh, you know what? That video was not about you. It was about Courtney instead. So you were sneak dissing Courtney? And then in his mind, he thought that was going to be better. Like, oh no, Six, it wasn't about you. It was about Courtney, who I've known way longer and who put her blood, sweat, and tears into building the Lapeef network up to what it is alongside me for years. It wasn't you I was talking about, Six. It was her. Okay. So in order to talk about Courtney, you said why just Pearly Things is more successful than you out the blue. Like, did you just wake up in the morning and decide to do that? Because, you know, there's a whole thing that he speaks on at the end of this video, and he references a conversation that me and him had a month prior, where he hit me up and was like, hey, why haven't you been streaming? Why haven't you been posting? And I was like, I'm in North Carolina with my dad. I'm back on it when I get back. Okay. So I'm like, wow, like this guy is clearly throwing slick shots on me. Oh shit, let me see. He's clearly throwing slick shots like this.
In a group of content creators that's actually one of his success race. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Most money, you're at the top. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not shooting no. Everybody else is grinding. You just sitting there twiddling your thumbs talking about I'm on vacation. I'm not shooting no content. All right, cool. You keep being that. I'm gonna keep doing.
Okay. And so once I saw he was sneak dissing me, I was like, you know what? I know how to remove myself from people that may feel the way about me. Okay. That takes a lot of effort and energy to fire up your camera, film the video, make the thumbnail, upload it. That's a lot. Okay. So let me show you all this. 1 second. Hold on. Where is this at? You know, so I knew it was about me. Now, the way I operate, I am not about to call no 40-year-old married man and try to check him under any circumstance. So then, I don't know if he's blocked me on Instagram or has deleted his Instagram, but I was going to try to share my screen and show y'all the DM to show y'all the proof that he literally referenced something we directly talked about in our conversation. But I remembered I had put it here on a D6 channel.
Why haven't you been streaming? Oh, because I just got back in town. I spent the week with my dad in NC. I'm back on it.
Okay. I specifically told him that I was not. One more time.
NC. I'm back on it.
Okay. I specifically told him that I was not streaming because I was on vacation. I was on holiday. So in the interaction between me and Anton, I specifically asked him, who were you talking about in this video? You know, I specifically asked him, like, who were you talking about? And he says Courtney. So, okay, I had a conversation with Courtney. All right. So I hit up Courtney and I was like, hey, you know, Anton is saying that this video that was posted 3 months ago, he's saying that video is about you, that, you know, he was throwing shade towards you in the video, that you told him that you're not shooting because you're on vacation. Courtney proceeds to say that she hadn't spoke to Anton since August. Then I proceeded to have a conversation with B. Taylor. And I was like, hey, you know what, like, Anton's over here saying that he was referring to you. B. Taylor was like, girl, I never said nothing to him about no vacation or nothing like that. Hey, baby. I'm like, she's like, B. Taylor was like, now how I got put into this? B. Taylor was like, girl, I ain't said nothing about him about no vacation. So Anton got on there and lied and said that the person that he was talking about was B. Taylor in a video that had only been posted a week ago. This video is 3 months old. So Anton tried to say that he was referring to B. Taylor in a video that was done months after the video in question. So, you know, Anton refused to admit that the video was about me, that he uploaded 24 hours after I uploaded a video about how non-Black people need to keep Black issues out their mouth. Anton proceeds to say that that video was not about me at all. It was about Courtney and B. Taylor, which came out to be a lie. This is exactly why I did not confront him, okay? The number one reason why I did not confront him is because in his mind, oh, I flew you out, you met my family. First of all, I'm a content creator. I'm not a fake content creator. It's not my side hustle. It's not my side job. I am a full-time, real deal content creator. Many people bring me on their platforms for interviews to speak. I've done movies. I've done acting. Like, I've done it all. Okay. This is what I really do. All right. So if you have a platform and you want to collab with me, that's business. That is not, I flew you. This is not you flew me out to your house for us to hang out and kumbaya. No, you're a content creator. I'm a content creator. You brought me on your platform to create content. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if we have a conversation and you say, hey, Six, if you ever have a problem, come talk to me about it. That would be under the guise that I want to continue interacting with you in some way, shape, or form. I knew that once you were disparaging Black women by antagonizing us with white women, that I was no longer going to associate with you anymore. So there was no conversation to be had. I would have needed to have a conversation if I planned on continuing any kind of interaction or business relationship with you at all. That wasn't happening. I was completely cutting you off. And I planned to cut you off silently. I did not want to make a spectacle about it. Now, I do agree that if you've been friends with someone and you've been in their home, that if you do fall out, you don't smear them. You don't go telling their business. You know, I hate when people do that. 1 minute y'all friends, then you fall out. Now you're telling each other's business, shading each other. It don't got to be that. My plan was to keep it Playa. All right. I see how you moving. And instead of, I tell my ladies all the time, instead of going to the man and trying to check him and tell him what he needs to do, stay silent, fall back, say nothing. Okay. So Anton comes and says that on a video that he was sneak dissing other people about, that someone should come to him directly about something. So we see you on the internet sneak dissing people that have worked alongside you for years, according to you, because you say that video was about Courtney. That video being about Courtney would be even worse. Either way, you are exhibiting behavior that when you fall out with someone, you then begin to disparage them and sneak diss them. I don't believe in that. If I ever called you my friend, my colleague, a business associate in any way, shape, or form, and we fall out due to a difference in thoughts or opinions, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep it playing. Ain't no need to disparage you. There's no need to tell your business. I don't need to call you out your name. I don't need to sneak diss you. Number two, Anton is a married man. Okay, he is a married man. It would be completely inappropriate for me to call another woman's husband and be like, hey, I don't appreciate this stuff you're doing where you're disparaging your entire race, who are the ones that support you. Because Anton, it is not white people that support you. Okay, it is not white people that are watching your stuff and supporting your channels. It's not. Okay. It would have been extremely inappropriate for me to call a married 40-year-old man and be like, I don't agree with what you're doing. And just to let you know, I'm not your friend no more. Don't ever call me again. That's not appropriate. A woman should never call no other woman's husband and check him about a fucking thing. I wish a bitch would call my husband and try to check him about anything. That would not go well for any woman. So why the fuck would I call a married man and what, break up with him? What the fuck? There was no conversation that needed to be had. It's not my place. Anton did not kind of make it clear where he stood. He doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down all around the internet talking about, yeah, him and Island Girl Q pussy ass, that pussy ass bitch. You square face whore. You so funny too, bitch. Because it's so funny how when I was on LaPeeve, you was all ha, keep, buddy. And now all of a sudden when all this happened, you was a pussy ass hoe. You fucking Crimson Chin. You Johnny Bravo head ass bitch. Bitch, you need to be a teacher for kindergartners and teach them shapes. And the first shape you can teach them is the fucking octagon shape your head is. Now Island Girl Q pussy ass out here DMing Tommy Sotomayor, who is lying on his dick about me, talking about, Tommy, I'm about to DM you about sex. Bitch, fuck you. You a bitch and you a whore. Okay, I don't know what you're getting out of being a third wheel with Anton and Rita and just kissing up to everything they do, but keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, bitch. You want anyone that do a stream about me, Q pussy ass is on there encouraging it, yeah. So Q bitch ass, Q square jaw ass was on there talking about, yeah, Anton, you should get a whole panel of white women. Anton on there as a married man to a black woman talking about my milk of magnesia queens. Okay, fuck these bitches. I'm gonna get a whole thing of milk of magnesia white queens. Q on there, her pussy ass egging it on. What the fuck? But Q, you know what? You so fucking dingy that, to be honest, being a second wife or a third wheel is probably best for you. Because you so fucking retarded and slow. I don't even think you could hold down like a man and a family in a household. So honestly, Q, you're doing the best thing you could do. Okay, Johnny Bravo bitch. All right. So anyway, so now, you know, I realized I did not need to call Anton and say nothing. He doubled and tripled down on what he said. Okay. Now, if you call yourself a businessman, common sense would say, if my main audience is Black people, I probably should not do all these videos doubling down, disparaging them because you're going to be their support. That's the way business works. So if I've seen that he has very clearly made it extremely clear where he stands, there was no conversation that needed to be had. As a woman and him being a man, it was appropriate for me to do exactly what I did and to just stop talking, to just leave him alone. When he's all over the internet, bringing heat to himself and his family, saying that Black women are the enemy and talking all this shit, of course, people are going to be in other people's comments they've seen you work with, like, hey, you know, what's going on with Anton? Okay. And when people came to me and was like, listen, you know, you're talking about everyone else that is off code in this situation. Why are you not talking about him? And I simply let it be known, hey, listen, you know, y'all want me to drag him so bad, I'm not going to do that. I consider him a friend at one point. Okay. He's made his decision and there's nothing I can do about it. But y'all, I'm not going to sit and speak ill on him. Like, I have discontinued any kind of business relationship or collaboration with him. And I just leave it at that. Period. Okay. So me and Anton had the interaction when me and Danica were live. And he was like, you know, he lied to my face and said that video wasn't about me, and it was. Okay. I tried to keep it Playa, tried to fall back silently, out of respect for myself, out of respect for Rita. Okay. I didn't see the point in going off on him. I wasn't going to call no married man. Why would I do that? You know? So he proceeds the next day. Now, after this, I was going on vacation. I was like, you know what? all this is too much. There's a lot going on. I'm about to go reset, refresh. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm about to go relax. Okay, my plan was to say nothing else about it. Fade to black, let it be what it is, and move on. The next day, in a YouTube live that Anton has since edited the intro out, okay? I was going to play it with y'all, for y'all, but I think Anton knew that he was about to be looking crazy, so he went and edited out this entire segment. But I'll go ahead and let y'all know what it was. Even right now, if you go on Anton's channel, let me see if I can pull this up. If you go on Anton's channel, his past few videos are all titles like this. Let me show y'all this. Now, this is somebody who 24 hours prior to our run-in was saying that, we cool, I got your back, I'll do anything for you. And then the minute I set a boundary, it's so interesting that y'all call me the narcissist. Yet this man come on here and the first thing he does is speak on things that he did for me, even though that's not doing anything for me, okay? I'm a content creator, you're a content creator, we collabed. Anytime, let me let y'all put y'all on game. Anytime that you want to book someone to be interviewed or do any kind of acting or anything like that, you got to pay for their travel. You have to pay for their transportation. You have to pay for their hotel. That's in most contracts. I don't understand that. They all saying that he flies Charleston White out and puts him in the suite. We got to fuck Charleston White too? I don't understand that. 24 hours after our interaction where we just brought it to light that we were no longer friends, Anton gets on the internet and does a live stream, like I said, that he has since edited, and proceeds to say, y'all listening to women that ain't even with their baby daddy. This is what I hate. When y'all are cool, it's 06, you dope, you my girl, you so smart, you this and that. Then when I tell you no, this is why you don't know people until you tell them no. When you tell someone no, when they don't get their way, that's when you see the real them. How it would have been appropriate for Anton to handle that is, okay, I have made my stance, Six made hers, and she has decided that she doesn't want to deal with me anymore. And the appropriate thing to do would have been to say, I respect that. No love lost, I wish you the best, let's move on. But when someone gets mad, I don't get this. You're saying I flew you out, I put you in a suite. Does that mean that because you did that, I have to just rock with whatever you say? Does that mean that since you did that, I'm not allowed to discontinue a friendship? I'm not allowed to discontinue a business relationship? I don't understand that. If I do something for someone, it's because I genuinely want to do it. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because I did this, you can never call me out on my shit. But I think that's why Anton doesn't believe in a black code with black people, because that's what a code is in his mind, is even when you're wrong, even when you're going off the deep end, those around you have to just still stick with you and let you crash out like that. I don't operate that way. I don't care what you said or did for me. Okay. If I see you crashing out, if I see you getting too much dip on your chip, I'm going to go ahead and step back. So, even right now, you go on Anton's channel, all his videos are shading me. Okay. Broke single black women, baby mamas giving advice. Anton done with modern women. They're disloyal. Okay. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. Now, the next day after me and Anton's falling out, I thought that, we was going to just let it go. He gets on there, like I said, and says, it's weird to me that when you fall out with someone, people want to affect your business. Okay. And then he's like, why are y'all over there listening to her? She can't even feed herself. Y'all over there listening to women who ain't even with their baby daddy. He took this down, by the way. Okay. And he berated me and then proceeded to bring Pearl onto the show. I want y'all to really, really let that sink in. This situation definitely should have just been let it go. We was cool at one point. We're going to just let it go. But instead, he drugged me for filth the next day. And no, he wrong. That's why he edited that shit out, that video. And when I let you know, hey, you know, that's hurtful. That's not it. You're disparaging Black women for a white woman. I don't like that. His response to that was the next day to go drag me and then invite Pearl onto his show. Is that someone who was a friend and someone you needed to be loyal to? That's someone who been feeling a way about you. That's someone who had some type of ulterior motives that maybe I was naive to. So the part that really bothered me was that he got up there and he was, you know, telling people that basically they shouldn't watch me. So damn, so you want to affect my business? You want to affect my views? But the number one thing that he said that really bothered me was he got up there and said, y'all over there watching her, getting advice from her, and y'all ain't even fucking. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's the direction we're going in. You know, for married men to be out here insinuating that you should not support a woman in business unless you're having sex with her is dangerous. And this is exactly why I discontinued my friendship with him and any business relationship with him, because the rhetoric that he throws out is dangerous. Okay. Shout out to my sister Nika for the super chat. Says he shaded me too. I caught it. Why y'all listening to women with husbands that let them be online? Wow, I didn't see that part. They husbands must be a simp because I keep my wife in the background. Wow. So Anton decided to act like a scorned ex-boyfriend or some shit. You know, I don't know. It was hella weird. I was like, this is making me uncomfortable. What the fuck? I just wanted to fall back. I don't want to beef with you. I don't want to do, oh, now we're not friends. Now, first you invite me on your platform and uplift me and show me to your audience. Now all of a sudden it's, I can't even feed myself. Really, Anton? Wow. You know, now all of a sudden you're telling men as a married man that they should not support female business owners unless they're having sex with them. So if a male content creator wants to collab with me, he's a simp if he does, if I don't have sex. So every man that watches my channel is a simp if I don't give him some ass. Why would you sit and create that environment for women? Why would you sit as a married man? This blows my mind. Are these the men we supposed to be married to? Are these the marriages y'all making fun of us about how we don't have? Because no, thank you. I'd be devastated if my husband was out here telling men, y'all watching their videos and you ain't even fucking. What the hell? Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't do that. That's very dangerous. Because now what you're doing is when you have women, we are trying to make our money, run our business. Now you're going to have us showing up places with niggas with their dick out. Thank you. I am a good content creator. I know y'all think, oh, people just watch her because how she looks. She don't know. No, fuck that. I'm going to pop my shit for a second. I'm funny. I'm entertaining. I'm smart. And I'm definitely not hard to look at. And y'all going to start putting some respect on my name. Okay? I have several men that have come to me and said, Six, your advice helped me. Men want to hear from women like myself. They want to get my opinion. They want to get my thoughts. Healthy, balanced men want to hear what I have to say. I've helped so many men with the feminine female perspective. And we're going to put some respect on that. I'm not some fly-by-night, talentless content creator that's boring and no, because all y'all watch me. All y'all niggas that don't like me, all y'all watch me. All y'all watch me. Y'all say all day this and that, but you're there. Every video, you're there. Okay. You're in the clouds watching. You're watching from a fake page, but you're watching because I have good content, period. If I just wanted to go off of looks, I would be doing OnlyFans like Tommy Sotomayor. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, shoot. I might have to get rich. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you so much for the super chat, Otis. Says Anton is foul. I believe that behavior was absolutely foul. I think that was unnecessary. I think that if we was friends and I was in your kitchen and met your daughter, how you put it, you talked to my son, how you put it, that would mean that when we do fall out, there's no need to smear each other. But instead, you go on a narcissistic rage, berate me, and now I'm broke and can't feed myself. Now it's why y'all listen to her. She ain't even with her baby daddy. It's so funny how when I got on a panel with Chaotic, they sat there and said that me asking the question of where are your parents from was a way to discredit him before the argument. Yet here I am, ready to articulate and talk, and y'all's solution is she a single mom. And everything, it don't matter how much good quality content I have. I don't have no Africans working for me. I don't have a studio, and I don't have daddy's paycheck. It's just me being authentic in what I believe and what I want to talk about. Just being myself. That's how I got started in this. I didn't wake up like I want to be a YouTuber. No, I would pop my shit online. People would be like, we like what you got to say. You should organize your content in one place. Okay. And for you to now create an environment where men feel like they cannot watch my videos, financially support the channel, or collab with me unless they're fucking me is disgusting. That's disgusting for you to say as a married man, and it's disgusting for you to say as a father. You don't know what career choice your daughter is going to have. You don't need her growing up doing business, and now her daddy has put out there in front of thousands of people, don't work with no women unless you fucking them. Women, we're trying to make our money. We don't need dicks out. We don't need married men who are not even in the game, making the game harder for us. But that's what Anton is doing. Racism don't exist. Fuck your reparations. Fuck you. Work harder. You're creating this hard environment for everyone else, and then stepping back and giving in to white comfortability as a non-threatening black male and going back into your corner. Oh, y'all niggas ain't even fucking them. Y'all need to fuck them. Then you go back to your married life. That's not fair. You should be leading by example. Thank you so much for the super chat. Good girl gone bad said, go off 6, honey, period. You know, I think that this really just showed me I made the right decision. My instinct was like, Anton moving funny, don't do it. And the way that he has showed his ass, going all around the internet. Oh, I've been betrayed, disloyal, calling me out my name. On here talking about we're his enemy. Just stop. You know, and I find it discouraging. Okay. I don't think that someone saying, I don't want to deal with you anymore is a bad thing. I think that's actually appropriate. I'd rather someone say, I don't want to deal with you anymore than to stay hanging around you, but throwing slick shots. You get back what you put out. If Anton want to be out here making all these videos about Courtney that helped work alongside you for years to make Lapeef what it is. If you want to go around sneak dissing women in videos, please do not expect women to come forward and address you directly. It just does not work like that. This did not have to go this way, Anton. Okay? If you claim we were so cool and this, that, and the third, all you had to do was just let it go, just like I did. If you want to get up here and make disparaging comments about your entire race, you got to be ready for the pushback that comes with that. Because people are giving you pushback, it does not mean that you're able to take it out on me. Okay? I had no plans on doing any of that. Moving forward, I will not be speaking about this anymore. Okay? I'm going to leave Anton to continue throwing shade at me, talking about I'm broke and I can't feed myself, and why do y'all listen to her? She ain't with her baby daddy, and calling me all kind of hoes. But what I would like is for you to stop telling men that when they do business with women, that constitutes they should be getting sex out the deal. In all seriousness, okay? This situation has shown what happens when male leadership is lacking in a space, okay? When male leadership is lacking in a space, this is what happens. Chaos, drama, sneak dissing, and everything ultimately falling apart. I saw Anton on Real Talk with Yanni admitting that he instigates conflicts with women because he wants to Expose them for who they really are. Women take the lead of the men. So if the men are antagonizing, throwing shots, they're going to do the same thing. Men have to be able to, men like Chaotic saying that the reason why he acted like that is because I put him on a spell. Men have to be able to say, regardless of what women do, we're going to conduct ourselves in XYZ way. We don't need a bunch of men like, she did it first. Well, what did she say? We don't need that. We need men to keep their composure, keep themselves together, and to be able to take the lead. Okay. The fact that these men have decided to use Black women as a shield, okay, as a shield to protect yourself and save yourself. Anton should have said, you know what, Six, that video was about you. It was. I didn't like that you spoke about Pearl and it pissed me off, so I wanted to throw some shade. Pearl called me and was like, hey, Anton, what's wrong with your girl Six? She throwing shade at me on this video. And I wanted to stand up for her. That would have been appropriate. But to throw Black women under the bus to lie and save yourself is inappropriate. So what needs to happen going forward is us as women, we have to just disconnect from spaces that have men who are being petty towards women or trying to match the energy of women. It's dangerous. You know, Chaotic and Obsidian want to say I me too a Black man and women like me are dangerous. No, men like them are dangerous. Who the minute they don't get their way, they're sneak dissing, they're screaming, they're yelling, they're name calling. Those are the real people who are dangerous, not women like me. Okay, I'm not a witch. I ain't putting no spell on nobody. Okay, the danger is in men who cannot control themselves. Okay, I'm going to put the link up if anybody wants to come up. I'm going to put the link add to the conversation. But, you know, there's a lot more I could say, but I'm not. Okay, whatever happens from this point on, child, I'm not responding. Obsidian already admitted that they just want to see attractive women get checked and get humbled. So since I know that, I am simply not going to respond anymore because I realize y'all just want me to respond. You know, you don't care if it's for good or bad. The fact that I even spoke to you is enough for you. Thank you for the Cash App, Muhad. Thank you so much. She said, these pussy-fied lames. That's so funny. Thank you for the Cash App, Brianna. Said, I always hated when you was on his show. Girl. Thank you for the Fatima says, for you said. Yeah. I'm going to feed myself. I don't tell men what to do. You know, I tell women. Okay, my MO has always been women and are part of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Anton got up there on that live stream that he now deleted, just doing the most. Like at some point, we have to put integrity over money. Men in a community should always do what is best for the group. Whenever a man is doing what's best for himself, that's not good. And people like Obsidian over there talking about, well, Pearl showed up with her checkbook in hand. It's not healthy for men to look to women for money. That's not healthy. It's not healthy to say, we're going to take Pearl's side because she put money in our pocket. That's not right. Okay. It's not when you have men who say, I forget what is best for everyone else. I'm worried about getting my own piece of the pie. That's dangerous. And that's what we have to step back from. I'm going to start promoting male content creators that are healthy. I'm going to give y'all an example of a podcast I know off the top of my head, which is Nice and Neat podcast. Okay. Y'all, please check out the Nice and Neat podcast. It is some wonderful brothers on the podcast that are tall and actually get pussy and have attractive women. And they're not angry. They're not berating women. And they have healthy conversations and entertaining content. I would suggest y'all check out the Nice and Neat podcast. Shout out to them. Adam says, I got black daughters, black sisters, and a black mother. A lot of the stuff the black manosphere puts on our women is disgraceful and dangerous. Thank you, Six. Your content is dope. Absolutely. Shout out to the podcast Hardly Initiated. My boys Ryan and Tyshawn, healthy black men. Every time I've collabed with them, they have protected me, been extremely accommodating towards me. Shout out to Hardly Initiated. That's how we got to move, ladies. Y'all got to stop going out here trying to check black men and demand this. No. Simply, you see how mad they get when you would retract your attention, when you simply retract access? You retract access and you redirect your presence. You heard what Obsidian said. Men don't want to watch a bunch of men. Straight men don't. So if we know that we are part of the vibe, we're part of the ambiance, okay? If there's not women there, men don't want to be there, period. Which is why I don't argue with niggas. For what? I'll leave y'all to yourself, bunch of dicks everywhere. Come over here smelling good, looking good. I'm just going to simply take my presence away. And instead, we need to start redirecting energy towards healthy black men who are not disparaging us and yelling and screaming. Okay? Thank you for the super chat. Rise and Grind says, as a black man with 2 black daughters and 4 black sisters, I completely applaud your stance. I'm sorry that you have to go through this. Thank you so much, my brother. Don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for them. You know, that's very sad how they're moving. Hold on. Let me check on my food that I'm cooking real quick. Oh, it looks so good. Y'all got a nice tender beef stew over here. Woo, honey. I got some beef stew. Yes, Lord. I'm making me some. Ooh, let me tell y'all what I'm making. Let me tell y'all what I got cooking, y'all. I got some stew beef with carrots, potatoes in it. Boy, that beef stew is in there cooking. It's so tender. Ooh, the beef is falling off it's just falling apart. I made some jasmine rice and I made some cabbage with smoked turkey. Honey, it's about to be so good. Let me go check on my food I cooked. My goal is to normalize bad bitches cooking and scrubbing baseboards. It's actually genius, okay? And you're gonna love it here, all right? Women like me, they be like, I'm not cooking, bitch. I'm cooking and I'm scrubbing floors, period, okay? I'm coming over there, I'm finna clean. I'm scrubbing, I'm washing, period. Okay, bad bitches cooking and cleaning, honey. That's what it's about, honey, period. What the fuck? It's a wave. Join my Patreon, ladies. Join the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? I also think it's weird when all of a sudden you fall out with someone and they don't want nobody watching your channel no more. That's weird. Damn. Even if you fall out, you could be like, damn, I still want you to make your bread. I still want you to do you. I hate when you fall out with somebody and they don't want to see you eat. They smearing your name. Damn. Keep it Playa. Keep it Playa. OG Patrice, how are you? You have something you would like to add to the conversation?
Hey, how are you, Six?
I'm good, sis. How you doing?
I'm good. I was on your platform before, and
Yes,
it's sad
welcome
because
back.
the 2 men that you brought up are the same 2 men that did the same thing to me, that disrespected me. Chaotic and that Nathan Daly. And it's so sad because I was having conversations with Nathan about, when he was saying the disparaging things about slavery, and I am an ADOS woman, and I am a descendant of slaves, and I was having a conversation with him, and he totally disrespected me and told me he'd be glad when my whole generation of people just die off, that we need to just die off. And then the whole conversation with Mr. Daly about the reparations, he was the one giving me the most bootlick backlash, saying that, that Black people didn't deserve it, and what we wasn't going to do nothing but with the money, but mess it up. And then he has this white man on this platform. He asked the white man who ancestors owned slaves, did he think that Black people deserve reparations? And when the white man told him yes, then it was okay. See, we have a need so bad for white acceptance. And this is the part that blows me away with men like them that speaks on that, because they will give Black women so much pushback, so much toxicity and drama. But soon as someone that is of non-color give them affirmation, then it's okay.
Right.
And it's just sad. And Nathan did a little, he did a little thing on me too on his channel, called himself doxing me, saying if I mention his name again, how he gon' expose me. I don't know what the heck he thought he was gonna expose, but it was just funny to me, because when we were talking about police brutality, when a brother deleted a Caucasian cop. And I said to him, I said, well, maybe that brother decided he didn't want to be a hashtag that day, because we know what happens to our Black men disproportionately when they're pulled over and stopped by racist white cops. And he had a problem because I said maybe that Black man didn't want to be a hashtag.
Right.
And the roles were reversed. So now I'm looking at so much divide and what's going on, and it's unbelievable. Listen, and this is why I'm kind of glad that this is happening, because I say this all the time. I don't want all our people to go with us. They can't. And certain people are showing their hands, and these are the type of people that we don't need to go for our bottom line when we are fighting for things. So I just want to tell you and all sisters like you to keep your head up, sister, and you do have the support. There are Black men and Black women, that definitely support you guys. And there's some Black women that speak in nefarious, on you guys too as well, because I was on Sister Yanni's platform, and it's a shame that Black women are coming out saying these disparaging things, because you're standing up for yourselves and you're saying we don't have to take disrespect and abuse from Black men in these spaces that constantly disrespect Black women. I saw that scene when you were up on that panel. I saw the one with B. Taylor. I saw the one with the other ladies. I saw the ones with many of you Black women. And I say, do not go in spaces where you are disrespected by anyone.
Period.
By anyone. Period. That's all I want to say, sis. But keep doing your thing, and you do have sisters that support you guys.
Period.
Okay, real
I
ones.
appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, sis. That's it right there already.
All right, take care now.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with that. Like me personally, Black women can't get on here and scream at no Black man. Black women cannot get on here and disparage no Black man. And for sure, no white man can get on here. I just, my brain, my question to all of this protecting Pearl and all of this fuck the Black community, fuck reparations, my question would be why? Why? Like, most people naturally want to be for their own. Every other race is that way. And so my question is, all this energy and all this vitriol towards disparaging your own race, why? Like, what are you looking to get out of it? Your own race is the one giving you views and giving you support and subbing to you. Y'all will have a white savior complex white person give you a few dollars and feel as though for the rest of your life you're indebted to them. And that's how racism works. White people giving just enough to just a few Negroes to keep them loyal to them. Y'all see how Pearl acted the minute someone tried to hold Pearl accountable. She was like, all y'all who were disloyal, and she was ready to punish everyone who didn't obey her. So y'all have these white men that give you a few bucks, and now you feel as though you have to take up for the whole white race. And people like Anton over here saying that no one should watch my channel and listen to me because I'm a broke baby mama who can't feed myself. If I can give advice and being a baby mama, then, if you can give business advice with no business, then I can give advice being a baby mama. Okay. Y'all have to understand, calling me a baby mama does not bother me. It just does not bother me. I love my son. Okay. My son about to be 15 years old. He's a man now. Okay. I'm not here to explain myself to anybody. Okay, about how I did the right thing and took time out to raise my child. I was not that woman that had a baby, I had a family. It was a relationship. You know, I sacrificed and worked my butt off. Okay. I worked my ass off for years to support my son by myself. I didn't leave my son at home and go run off to go be with a man. I stayed single and raised my child. This is why we have so many children now that get molested and touched on, because you be so worried about having a man around and just having men in and out the house and they touching on your kids. I never wanted that. Okay. My mother died when I was young. In my eyes, I need to raise my child, period. That was my focus. You know, so if y'all want to bring up me having a baby 15 years ago as to why no one should listen to me, so be it. I don't see y'all saying that Six doesn't know what she's talking about or Six's content is whack. Y'all have to try to bring up my past to speak on why I should not be listened to today. Okay, we're all deserving of redemption. I had a baby 15 years ago, took care of my child. I'm doing good work today. I have so many women I work with come to me every day, Six. You saved me. You changed my life. You helped me so much. I'm touching lives. I don't got to write people a check to control them and do something for them. I'm doing a different kind of work, actually interacting with people, working with my people, talking with my people, helping to heal my people. I take all the mistakes I've made. I take my past. I take me having a child. I take me raising a child on my own. And I use that to teach other women how to be better than me. And there's honor in that. So the fact that you all have to bring up something I did 15 years ago to disparage me today is funny to me. Because I can bring up stuff you did yesterday to disparage you. It's so funny how in the past decade, there's nothing I've done that y'all can bring up on why I should be disliked or why I should not be listened to. She got to bring up something I did 15 years ago. I kind of find that funny. I take it as a compliment because y'all doing fuck shit today. I can bring up fuck shit you did yesterday. I think it's a great thing that no one can say anything about me in the past decade that I've done that's harmful or negative. I like that. I'll take that. My son is great. He's such an incredible kid. Anyone that has been blessed to meet him or come in contact with him, they'll tell you that. My son is dope. You know what I'm saying? And because I love my son, that's another reason why I'm not finna get on this internet talking about black men are our enemy. You know, when y'all be talking about black women are the enemy, like, is your child home? Can they hear you say that? You know, it's certain ways you'll never hear me talk. And I have a son that can hear me, you know? So y'all can keep calling me a baby mama. It don't bother me. I raised my son. I sacrificed for my son. I didn't have my son and run off. No, I worked 2-3 jobs and supported him alone. And guess what? It paid off. I prayed for private education for him, extracurricular activities, mentorship. I wasn't never leaving my child to run off with a man. It wasn't how it was going to go. I wasn't going to leave my small child with strangers to go be with a man. No, I took my shit as a woman. I had a baby with an abusive man. It did not work out. I had no family. I had to woman up, raise my child the best of my ability. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't have no more children. I've never had an abortion. I never got pregnant after that. I've had no pregnancy scares. I have one child. And I took it like a woman and raised a fine young man. So y'all can keep bringing up my past. I don't care. When people got to bring up your past, that's how you know you're doing well in the future. Okay. So, Chef, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation? I think you're muted, my brother.
I do apologize. Peace, love, and light to you, my sister.
How you doing?
I'm good. I definitely, let's say I'm newer to the space or not as, impressive as you in these spaces as a content creator. But I definitely respect the movement that you have in place and everything, right? So now, when I come to ask you the question, I'm not coming as a troll. I'm going to make sure you understand this with all due respect. Mm-hmm. I happen to have witnessed live that stream with the La Peep Network. Mm-hmm. And I remember when Chaotic Truth had jumped in. And then I remember when you had joined. Now, in terms of watching the way it played out, I totally understand that he did get emotional without question, right? Me coming from Brooklyn, I understand sometimes when the sisters get you to a trigger point, you have to pull yourself out of the bag because it's not going to look nice for you. And I totally get it. My question to you is this. Would you be able to admit or remember that before you made any mention or question of the color of your underwear, that you had asked him a question about his tidy whities?
I didn't ask him a question about his tidy whities. I said, you're getting your tidy whities in a bunch. I didn't say, do you have on tidy whities? You never heard that turn of phrase before? They say, don't get your panties in a bunch.
Oh,
That's
without
a turn
question.
of phrase.
Without question. I'm not
I
coming
didn't
at
ask
you.
him about his underwear. What are you talking about?
I
didn't ask him about any of his undergarments or sexual organs.
Right. What I'm stating is there's times where people make what's called hyperbolic statements, where because you made the mention about getting his tidy whities in a bunch while also asking him a question about his personal family lineage, which it seemed like he thought was not par for the course in that conversation. So at some point, he came back and hit you with what's called a hyperbolic question with extra sarcasm, which hit even harder in terms of asking you about the color of your underwear. My question to you, but the real question that I ask to you, my sister, is this: within your truest heart of hearts, where you can look yourself in the mirror,
okay,
do you really believe that this man was attempting to sexually harass you? Or do you
He didn't
think that
attempt to, he
it was
did.
mutual combat?
Yeah,
Do you
no, it
believe
was
that
not mutual combat. It was not mutual combat. He did sexually harass me, period. I tell you what, my brother, please go outside and go up to a woman and ask her what color her panties are. And when you get arrested, tell us what the arrest records say. So if somebody came to your daughter and said, what color your panties, how would you classify that? Would that not be sexual harassment? Panties go on my pussy and my asshole.
That's correct. But
so
by
you're
the same
asking
token,
what
if
color are
my
my
daughter,
panties? That is a sexual statement. That's called
right,
sexual harassment. It is unwanted and unnecessary sexual question. It's amazing to me that this man acted a fool like that, and somehow the problem is me and how I respond to it. It
there's
doesn't work like
there's no
that with
problem.
women. Men have to lead the way. Stop
There's
going
no
to
problem.
women like, why didn't the woman have more self-control than the man?
I was
The
just
man
asking you a
asked me,
question.
what color are my panties? Yes, that
But
is sexual harassment.
you referenced his underwear prior to that, though.
I said, don't get your tidy whities in a bunch. That is not the same as what color are your panties.
You mentioned the color as well as referenced his underwear.
So you're saying that don't get your panties in a bunch is the same as asking what color are your panties? One is a general statement and a saying, and the other one is a specific question about fabric that go on your sexual organs. How do you compare the two?
Are you truly outraged by what took place? Or do you feel that it's something that makes more sense for the narrative? That's a true question. And like
Am
I
I
said,
outraged about what happened a year ago today?
Are you truly outraged by what took place? Do you truly believe that this person actually sexually assaulted you? Or do
I
you
am
think
not
that
outraged
it was par
today
for the
because
course
that
of the
happened a year
conversation?
ago. Chaotic was over there speaking about how he's always on my Instagram and about how I have a spell on him and how he just in a trance and can't help but look at me. He's over there asking what color are my panties. I wouldn't say I'm outraged, but I would say, yeah, that's something that is inappropriate and concerning. Yes, I would say that by him saying what color are my panties, yes, that was sexual harassment, period. So do you have any other questions? I don't really get your point.
No, ma'am, I wasn't trying to make a point. It was just a question. But I appreciate your time and you have a blessed day.
Okay, you too. When y'all come up here, make sure you actually have a point. Certain things is not about how I feel. It's about what it is. Like I said, if y'all think asking a woman what color her panties are, if y'all think there's no problem with that, go to work and ask your female coworker that. And tell me, do you still have a job? Good luck. Y'all can sit here and say, oh, did you really feel like that? It don't matter. I tell you what, go anywhere else, fellas, and go up to a woman and ask her, what color are your panties? And y'all let me know how that goes. Good luck with that, okay? This is not a matter of how I feel. It's a matter of what it is. Hello, Herc, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation?
Hey, what's up, sis? Um, it's good to see you as always. And each time, I'm allowed to come up and, talk to my good sister. It's a wonderful thing. Um, yeah, if a man asked my daughter what color are her panties at her place of employment, I would be up there within an hour, half an hour,
Period.
parked outside waiting for him,
Period.
and address him immediately.
Period.
That is sexual assault. Okay.
Period. What the fuck? I
Make
don't get
no.
how they don't understand
Yeah.
that. In
Right.
any real environment, that's what it is. If you was to
Mhm.
say that in the workplace, that's what your termination papers would say. Your
Right.
termination papers would say either sexual harassment or sexual assault. Me tooing chaotic would have meant that he lost finances in some way, that he lost
Mhm.
employment, like what happened with Pearlie.
Right.
That was not
Right.
me tooing would have been that I lied and said he asked me about my panties. No, he actually
Right.
did it. So that's not
Right.
me tooing. That's called he got off his square and
He
acted a
did.
fool and got caught up. And now he can't
Right.
take the L. Now he wants
Right.
to try to put it on me by saying I put him under a spell and he couldn't help it.
Right. And I saw some of that live too, and I saw the interaction. I saw and heard the interaction that you had with Chaotic or whatever his name is. And when you were on the panel, I was very appalled that the sisters didn't back you up. I said that sister needs some black up. Because you're going into a you appeared on a panel with a bunch of dudes that have no respect for their own women in their lives, let alone women. Period. And it was just a shit show, really,
Yeah,
an
well,
outright shit show. And yeah, the thing is, I was a bouncer in a club for many years, and I still do a little bouncing, a little security part time, and I literally defend women, resolve, mitigate, de-escalate situations where men touch women in the club. I mean, in these clubs, you got a lot of real foul, filthy, criminal-minded dudes that have horrible, horrible intentions when they come to clubs. And I've had to actually pepper spray men, tackle them, handcuff them for harassing women that I've never met in my life.
Yeah.
Grabbing on it, groping them, and all of that. And I do that as a living. So if I had been on that panel, I would have basically lined every dude up on that panel. Okay, it's my job to take guys down that violate women in public places, in a sense. And I'm not overprotective, but you know, I'm protective. I'm just naturally protective when it comes to standing up for sisters because I got like 5 sisters myself.
Okay, my
I
brother.
have a
No,
daughter.
I appreciate that. We got a lot of
No, no,
people waiting.
yeah.
But
I'm
but
gonna make it
ain't
short.
wrong,
I'm
my
gonna make
brother.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna make it real
I
short.
appreciate.
Yeah. We listen. We support you. We love you. We got your back. Don't worry about it, and keep on doing what you're doing. And we're proud of you. We're proud of you. Take care.
I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. 1 second. I'm trying to make some space for my good sis. I'm trying to. Okay, so we have a lot of people trying to come up here, so I'm going to ask everybody, please keep it for 30 seconds. Please do not get on here and talk for 5 minutes. Like 30 seconds, please. Sis. Hey.
Sis.
Do your head hurt? My head kind of hurt.
My head hurt, my ears hurt, my eyes hurt. Like, this is pathetic at this point. The amount of just unwarranted attack that has been placed upon both of us. But I'm going to be honest, I've been seeing a lot of people come at you really hard lately. I mean, just all of these accusations, so much so, sis, to the point to where people have been uh screenshotting things and sending it to my husband like, hey, don't have, your wife associated with Six because X, Y, and Z and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, first things first, y'all. There is nothing that you can say that will ever discourage me from rocking with my good sis. Six has been nothing but authentic to me, nothing but a great supporter to me, a great sis, a great friend to me. So y'all can miss me with all of that,
Sure.
and with them just trying to use all of these things to deflect from the real issues at hand. Like, to me, like, that is the thing that spoke the most volumes. Like, the lengths will go just to save face. And so I want to personally say that I'm sorry to you that you have to go through this, because you didn't deserve any of what is transpiring right now at all.
I appreciate it. I love that so much, sis. Thank you. Because it is like, the whole lying, saying you slept with me, the whole calling me broke and I can't feed myself. Like, damn. It's so interesting to me that Pearl disparages the whole race and they tell her that she don't even need to apologize. But yet the smallest thing I do warrants doxing me, calling me out my name, telling people not to watch my stuff. Like, why they don't have that same energy for other women? Like, it's just the energy for me. But that's why I'm glad that Obsidian exposed the truth, and that what they really want is they purposely find an attractive woman and want to humble her and take her down because that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't like how Anton is playing this rhetoric of, oh, y'all supporting her and you ain't even fucking. Like, my thing is, why do you got to do that? Like, I like to see men stand on their square. Yeah, Six, I made that video about you. That's how I felt. And you couldn't even have said, and looking back, I probably shouldn't have did that. I got caught up. I'm sorry. But to sit and try to paint me out to be this, disloyal person and dragging me, it's like, what is the point of that? Like, what are you getting out of that? Why did it have to be all that? I did not want this to be this way.
Right. Me neither. And like I said in my dope discussion that I had, like, I'm off of Pearl at this point. Fuck Pearl.
Period.
It is what it is. What this is now doing is exposing the males and their character and what they're set up and what they're about. And it is completely disgusting. It's disheartening. It's distasteful. I just, and Six, I don't know about you, but I'm done. Like, there's no coming back from shit like this.
No.
Like, y'all really exposed and played y'all hand to the point where it's just no respect that I can have. People that I've actually supported, poured love into, things that I've given, money, time for free. Six, unlike you, like, I did a lot of shit for free. And these people are ready and willing to throw me under the bus and make it seem like I've never done anything for them, and all to save face. So I just, it's just pathetic that it had to result to this, but it is. And like I said, I'm also just grateful that it's a lot more authentic, real men out there than the fake, phony, boot licking ass dudes. Because let's be honest, if it was more of them out there, who knows what would happen to our platforms or what we stand on or what we're about. So shout out to the real solid authentic men out there, and women for that matter, that can see right through this phony fake shit and are just like, what, I can't rock with this.
And
shout out to y'all.
real niggas know what's up. Real niggas was hitting me up like, man, don't worry about him. Like, what he doing is lame. Like, we all know y'all was friends, y'all was cool. How all of a sudden overnight now, all of a sudden I'm a broke baby mama, and why do people listen to me? What happened?
To me.
And that's the low key vitriol I was feeling, and why I knew. Let me just go ahead and fade the black. Like, this guy got a lot going on. There's too much going on here for me. I need to go ahead and make my space. But real niggas see what's going on. They know it's not right. They know it's not real. Like I said, men who feel as though they can hurt their communities or hurt other people to open up more opportunities for themselves are dangerous. At the very core of a man, he's actually supposed to sacrifice what may be best or easiest for him for the betterment of his community and groups around him. But when you have a man who is like, fuck the community, fuck black people, fuck my family, I'm gonna say this because it's gonna be business for me, money for me.
That's sad.
No,
you can't trust that type of
if you're
person.
going to say that you're a businessman, but then get on the internet and say that Pearl is not wrong for trying to take 90% of people's channels ad revenue, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And then to say, why should people listen to me? People shouldn't listen to you, a businessman with no business.
Ooh.
A businessman who's going to sit there and say that it's a good deal, and some people, it would serve them well to give away 90% of their ad revenue to Pearl. And that's why all this is a projection.
Mm-mm.
Everything that they're saying about me is a projection for their own inadequacies. And it's just sad to me that they chose to use me as the shield and other Black women like Courtney and B. Taylor to say, oh, I was sneak dissing them as though that's any better.
Right. Like
So this whole situation, some people might feel like it's about Pearl. It's not about Pearl at this point.
Right. We're done with her.
It's about showing the integrity that is lacking amongst certain people. Pearl is nothing but the catalyst that help expose a bigger problem. And any men who are willing to disparage their own in hopes of their own opportunities cannot be trusted as leaders. And I definitely don't want them around me, because you'll sell me. If you did all that for Pearl on the hopes that she'll bring you with her to the top, imagine what they'll do for a guaranteed check.
That's what I was saying.
Imagine
That's what I'm
saying. Man, I'm out of there.
And that's scary.
D, you gonna stay up? You want to stay up with me?
I can.
All right, we're gonna just bring a few people up. So I'm gonna let y'all come up one by one, but please, 30 seconds. For the love of God, do not come on here giving a life story. Okay, get straight to your point. 30 seconds. We have a lot of people. I want everyone to be able to come up. Okay. Zodiac, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation?
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey.
I just want to say, I remember that when you went on that show. I'm still that same one who always says, girl, I never liked you going on that show. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I was like, but you weren't wrong. I still remember that show. Like, you asked very reasonable questions to Chaotic. I mean, that was a reasonable question coming in there, because why is he speaking on our problems when he's not even originally from here? But that kind of just lets you know about that platform in general, because it's like, why would you even let somebody like that speak on that anyway? Why is it you asking that question instead of them asking that question? Like, why are you speaking on our problems? Why does it have to be you, a woman, coming in asking that question? That's why he automatically got offended like that. Like, wait a minute, is she trying to, come for me or check me? Like, they should have been checked him on that. Like, why are you speaking on things that you should not be speaking on? That's for one. When it comes to Anton, I just feel like he's just one of those guys who you learned a lesson from. He showed his true colors. Honestly, to me, it sounds like a heartbroken ex-boyfriend, but we're not going to go.
That's a vibe to give. That's why I'm like, this is getting kind of weird. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, just move on. Like, let's just be quiet. I ain't gonna sneak this you. Like, can we move on? What the fuck? Like, why? This is getting a little bit strange for me. This is uncomfortable. The fuck?
I've been thinking that, but we're not, like I said, I'm not gonna say too much about that. And then when it comes to just you, Danica, and women like you in general, y'all know it's a secret battle. It is always a secret battle. You know, I got my chakras back here. Listen, it's a secret battle. Y'all already know the battle. It is high vibrational versus low vibrational. Y'all are high vibrational women. You are speaking on things that need to be spoke on. When it comes to that, you are going to battle. Okay, you are going to battle because you're doing what you are supposed to be doing. Anybody who has followed you since, I've been following you a very long time. We know that you genuinely care about women. You help us, and you are genuinely trying to make differences in the community. So that's always going to come with low vibrational people. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a good day.
I appreciate you so much, sis. Thank you. Yeah, this is my whole point, is that when the men don't step up and handle things like men, the women handle things like women. She's absolutely right. No other country would allow me as a first generation citizen. They would never allow me to come into their country and tell people who have been there for generations that they're wrong and I'm right. So I know it's a fairly new concept for Black Americans to start to show pride in our heritage. I know that for a long time, there was a free-for-all on America, the melting pot. and everyone can come here and everyone give their opinion. I understand some of y'all don't realize what's happening here, and that we're tired of y'all coming to our country and telling us that you know better than we do, when it was not your ancestors that sacrificed to make this place what it is. That's why people like Chaotic can get on there and call Harriet Tubman a fat black woman that never did anything, because that's not his ancestor. It's not his people. Okay, so I'm not understanding how people don't understand that. The free for all on Black Americans, where anyone can come up and tell us about our own country, that shit is dead. And so if none of the men wanted to be the one to say, no, how the fuck you gonna sit here and say Harriet Tubman was a fat black woman who ain't did shit? How the fuck you gonna get up here and say that our justice system is not discriminatory towards black people? Get the fuck out of here. So if they didn't want to say it, I'm gonna say it. You know, if men don't like the way women handle things, you handle it. And that's just the way it's going to go. Kid Gravity, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
I just want to say, as a fellow member of New Black Media, I want to thank you for your contributions to exposing, forget the white girl, forget her.
Right.
The fact that these Negroes, we've been telling them for years, white supremacy ain't your friend. And they will take everything from you, and then they going to leave you to answer for the BS that you're doing, and they're not going to help you. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And how much is a plate of that beef and cabbage?
$10 I do for you. $10 I do for you.
I don't get a New Black Media discount. No, I'll pay that $10. I'll pay that $10. Can you hold it till Friday?
I'm a vacuum seal it for you.
Yeah, can you hold that till Friday?
I appreciate you, my brother.
No, but you don't cook, sis.
But I don't cook.
You don't cook.
But I don't cook.
Know. I don't know what plate you talking about.
Me talk about cooking, and I'm not out here telling women to cook.
Damn shame.
Fatty, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less? You're muted.
My bad. Rookie mistake. My bad. How are you guys doing? I just want you guys to acknowledge what everybody came here to see, right? Because we believe in accountability. Aaron Ando needs to be accountable. Pearlie needs to be accountable. Nathan Daly, Chaotic, all that, right? So the question is, yesterday you were exposed an ex-stripper. Where is the accountability here, right? Because strippers, actually, they are the first woman to exploit men, their desires, and everything they usually want on women to get money out of them, right? So you did a show 2 hours and 30 minutes, 30 minutes in, and you still didn't address that. 2,000 people are here. Watch this, trying to understand how do you correlate a woman that was a stripper for a lot of years and now she becomes a man fighting for men's rights. Doesn't that what Pearlie did? Become a grifter? Someone that actually had the past of never caring about the black community, and all of a sudden she turns around and now she's a guardian of justice for men when actually she was exploiting men for a lot of years. Why don't we acknowledge that?
So are you asking me why I'm not explaining myself to you? Are you
No, not to me.
Ex-stripper, ex-drug dealer, would it matter? Like, what does that have to do with today, and what does it have to do with this?
Right.
So if I sat here and say I sold drugs and swung on a pole, then what? Then
Absolutely.
what would happen?
Absolutely.
And how does that compare to what Pearl is doing? Like, I don't even understand your point. Like, where is the accountability? You are a stripper and you are doing the same thing that Pearlie is doing. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, y'all over here not even discussing anything within the past decade. I don't understand y'all. I'm not explaining shit to none of y'all. You're weird. I don't even understand what you're saying with your thick ass accent. I don't understand.
That's fine. I apologize for my accent.
Talking about accountability, I don't see your point. So if I sold drugs 10 years ago, okay. If I swung on a pole 20 years ago, and then what? What does that have to do with this today?
I apologize for my accent, right? But if I was an ex-murderer, I wouldn't come on the streets and say,
please. Please. We're not gonna
wait. Are we trying to correlate being a stripper with a murderer?
Come on.
And see, hold on, sis. You ain't gotta address this shit, but this pisses me the fuck off personally as your good sis. Do you know how many people have been coming at me lately like, oh, how are you associated with an ex-stripper? How are you a wife, but you're linked up with an ex-stripper? First things first, fuck y'all. Second of all, I love how y'all try to hold people's past against them. A lot of y'all are fucking felons. A lot of y'all are deadbeat baby mamas, baby daddies, but nobody can hold that against you. You know, if we really were to hold people's past and what they've done against them present day, do you know how many people we would not be able to fuck with? Y'all gotta get that shit up out of here. You know, y'all don't know people's life stories. Y'all don't know people's past. I don't give a fuck about it, Six. Let me just make this clear. I don't give a fuck about you being a stripper. I don't give a fuck. I care about what you are doing present day. And right now, you are a stand-up, solid woman. I love how you turn, lemons into lemonade. I'm proud of you, Six. So fuck these people trying to hold you accountable for your past. And it has nothing to do with present day. It has nothing to do with your current contributions. The woman that you have blossomed
into. They just want me to explain myself. Like, I'm not
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not explaining nothing, okay?
A lot of y'all are past, like you said, a lot of them are past drug dealers. Should we not fucking associate with you because you sold drugs 15 years ago, nigga? No. And let me also say this and then I'm done. Do y'all know how many people have had the most messed up past that are the most solid people today? Because they have something to prove now. A lot of the people that are not to be trusted are the ones who try to walk the straight and narrow, to try to put on a facade in the front. So I applaud people for being upfront with their past and who they are. Those are, like I said, the most authentic people, the ones that you can trust. So again, just fuck them, Six. I don't agree with this at all. He really compared you to a murderer.
That's what I'm not explaining shit. He thought I was gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're exposing me. Let me explain. I ain't explaining a goddamn thing. Okay, it just ain't happening. Okay, bitch. If I swung on a pole, sold drugs, and popped Molly, okay, and then what?
And then
you know what I'm saying?
What?
I don't give a fuck. It just is what it is. So he thought you sweeper. You a sweeper. Okay, we have to have some accountability. Are you a sweeper?
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna sweep your ass out the damn door.
That nigga got up here and said, okay, where is the accountability? You been out here for 2 hours? Are you a sweeper or are you not a sweeper? Because how you gonna be a sweeper and then you're going to say you advocate for men? Isn't that what Pearlie did? Didn't she advocate for men? So you a sweeper? So what do you gotta say for yourself?
Well, if you a sweeper, look,
let me explain. See, what it was is, bitch, fuck you sweeper head ass, tether ass.
And I'm a motherfucking mopper, bitch. I'm a mopper. You a sweeper.
Myself to you niggas.
What a dustpan at, nigga? What a dustpan? We got a sweeper. We got a mopper.
Gotta do with right now. What anything, bitch? If I sold crack, bitch, what the fuck would that have to do with today?
Exactly.
Y'all gonna have to expose me with some shit within the past decade. That's what y'all gonna have to do. Okay, I don't know what to tell y'all, baby. People like me make the best teachers. Okay, I ain't come from no silver spoon or none of that. Okay, bitches who ain't never been through nothing, how they gonna teach anything? You know what I'm saying? So that nigga thought he ate. That nigga. Let me go ahead and explain myself. See, what it was is, nigga, I'm not explaining myself to you, bitch. I'm finna call immigration on you. Hey, bitch, are you legal here? Because I'm finna call ICE on your ass. And somebody said that he hacking in people's email and stealing. This is a tether Karen. Nigga, you better not try to hack my email. The fuck? Talking about fatty. Is you a sweeper? Six, you been on here. Is you a sweeper? Bitch, are you legal in this country?
Right. Hey, yo, yeah. I'm gonna keep it brief. How you doing?
Doing good.
How y'all doing?
I would like to add to the conversation.
Yeah. Let me just get this out the way right quick. Nigga, fuck Pearlie. Nigga, fuck a chaotic whoever his name is. You know what I mean? Fuck him. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You said 30 seconds, right? So I'm gonna keep it real brief, man. I just wanted to come up, man, and just say what's up to the sis. Danica Marie, what's good?
What's good?
60 Goddess, what's good, man? I've been following you for a good minute. I just wanted to show y'all some love. This nigga Chaotic Truth, you know, I didn't have run-ins with this nigga, man. I didn't talk to this nigga before. But I ain't gonna bash him, but he ain't no nigga to be taken seriously. You feel what I'm saying? These dudes up on here, man, ain't nobody. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a perfect type of guy or I got it all together, but you know, these Negroes have made it known that, you know, they have no loyalty to the community. They don't give a fuck about black women. They don't give a fuck about the overall betterment of black women. They don't give a fuck about none of that. You understand? These dudes, you know what I mean? Suckers, man. That's what they is, suckers. Bozos. Busters, man. Hey, you know what I mean? And as a black man, I love y'all, man. If you a black woman and you love black folk, I love you, dog. Love you to death. Trust and believe.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank
all right,
you.
I'm out.
You know, I tell my ladies all the time, okay, you don't need to regard a man more than his peers do, okay? The way that his peers respect him, that is how much respect we give him. That's the way it works. We don't ever give him more than other men give him. So that's why I just want to reiterate one more time, y'all. In real life, niggas is not moving like this. This is some internet nigga type of stuff, okay? Especially men from Detroit. It is real niggas from Detroit. You hear me? It is real niggas from Detroit. So somebody just sent me this, a brother from Detroit, and he has a message about Anton.
All right, YouTube. This coming to you out of Detroit. I want some of you guys that follow Anton Daniels out of Detroit to tag him and get him to see this video. Anton Daniels do not represent anything in Detroit. He don't stand with the nation. He don't stand with the Moors. He don't stand with New Era Detroit. He don't even stand with the black men in Detroit. He stand with the white lady Pearly and whoever his followers is, the bag chasers or whatever they call themselves. Stop saying that he represents Detroit. He does not represent any black men in Detroit. If you look at his mannerisms, look at how he talks, look at him closely. He is not Detroit. He's on some gender politics and he on something else. Stop saying he represents Detroit, please. All right, you.
Well, I'll be damned. You know, that says a lot right there. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, that's very telling for the men from your city to be like, hey, no, that nigga do not represent us. You know, most of the people I know from Detroit don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? So that is very telling that men from Detroit, because it is real niggas in Detroit. Okay. Detroit is one of them cities that got real niggas and bad bitches, period. The realest niggas I know are from there. So when Detroit niggas are coming forward, OGs like that saying, no, that nigga do not represent us. That's why I'm not going back and forth with him no more. Okay. Damn. What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though? That's exactly why I won't do it. When I see your peers from your city say that you do not represent them, I'll be damned, you know, and to see the way he did me and the way that he been dragging me this past week, I understand why the OG is saying that. I don't know this name.
Watch Talking Act.
Watch
Talking Act.
How would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
I didn't know that Chaotic said that. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And I've been on his platform before and they talk crazy on there. The fact that they down Black Americans the way they do on his panel is ridiculous. But that's all I have to say about it. And it's just for some people to try to profit off of what happened to Black people is just hope you don't mind me. I just fell. But yeah.
Are you
anyway?
Okay?
Anyway, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, my brother. I ain't got no insurance now. Snap, how are you, and how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Can y'all hear me? I'm on a construction site.
Okay, get that work in, get that money, my brother.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna tell you why these dudes are doing what they're doing, right? Coming after y'all, coming after other beautiful black women, is because they're on the internet. And if they said that type of shit in front of real dudes and disrespect women like that, they get their chin checked. Point blank and period. That's the problem. We don't have real dudes in the same room and within arm's length of these dudes to chin check their ass whenever they get out of line like that. Because you would never, right, do that back in the day. Before the internet, and we were having discussions about how to improve ourselves and all that shit, and a dude got to disrespecting a woman like all these dudes disrespecting y'all, there would be no more conversation.
Know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that he should have been dropped off the panel. Like, listen, stop screaming and yelling. Stop yelling. Like, calm down. I'm the one that held frame. I'm the woman in the situation. If anyone should have been flying off the handle, it should have been me, you know. But I'm on there holding frame, and he on there screaming and losing his shit, and then other black men decide to make me be the problem instead of saying, "Nah, we shouldn't have let this brother come on here and act like that." So I appreciate you so much, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Peace.
You know, that don't make no sense. I'm not finna go, go to the women about it. No, go to the men. No, the real problem is don't be on here asking women what color are their panties. What the fuck?
Right, what the fuck?
Be mad at how I responded to it. I responded to it exactly as a woman would. I'm scared. Somebody help me. Get him away from me. Sexual harassment, period. That's how we always going to respond to things. We can't beat you up. We can't fight you. If you don't like it, you handle it like a man. If you don't, I'm going to handle it like a woman. It's that simple. King David, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
I'm black and highly favored, Queen. How y'all doing?
I like that. I'm black and highly favored. I'm about to steal that.
Well, no, I'll be honest. I got that from Charlemagne the God. He said, "Blessed, black, and highly favored." I just say
like
black.
That, though. I'm
anyway,
gonna use that.
No, so I'm on my lunch break, so I got to make this quick anyway. But I just want to jump on here and say that I appreciate you two queens and everything that y'all do, all the content that y'all create. Queen Danica, you be having me weak with the real women's that be having me rolling. You hear me?
Real women.
But no, Six, everything you do, holding our sisters accountable for what they do, and you got solid brothers out there that hold the brothers accountable for what we do. And
my brother, they trying to holler at you, my brother.
Hey, well, I'm single. You know what I'm saying?
King David the one on Instagram. And he said he on his lunch break. He got a job. On Instagram, my brother, so the ladies can holler at you.
One of the last things I want to say is it took a lot of work to get up in this room. All right, it took a lot of work and a whole lot of clicking to get up in the waiting room to get up on with y'all, and the effort that the tether made to get in the room and get on here and accuse you of being a sweeper. I'm like, dang, you went through all that work. You went through all that work to get up in there and say
he thought he had it.
Yeah, I'm just wanna with the few seconds I got left, want to make sure I'm saying everything. I don't know. Look, it's an honor to be on the panel. I'm glad I got to get on here and give y'all the love. Please keep up doing what y'all doing. Oh, and also this was the last thing. In spite of the brothers that's out here, the so-called brothers that's out here doing all this fuck shit to y'all, you know what I'm saying, and saying all the crazy stuff, I appreciate y'all for staying steadfast and still standing up for the brothers that are really here for the protection and the elevation of black women. You know what I'm saying? That's soldier shit right there.
Period. Peace. 10 toes down, solid. Sometimes the realest niggas be the women. I appreciate you so much, my brother.
All right, Black Power.
Thank you. Because it's true, Danica, we some of the only ones that stood solid through this. Everybody else collabing with them crackers and kissing them crackers' ass, and man, please, we are the only ones that stayed solid for the most part. We was like, we wasn't going. You know? Real. Fuck that. We're gonna pop our shit for a second. Aaron, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Hi, Miss. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, hello, six to goddess, my fellow Virgo. I just wanted to say
Hey,
I
big
am
Virgo
so
energy, baby.
big Virgo energy.
Big
I just want to say
Virgo,
I
honey.
really love your energy. Oh, hold on, I have some notes. I just wanted to give you your flowers. I'm 22. You're like a big sister. Also, you, Danica. I love watching y'all on y'all channel. Y'all are so funny. And I just want to say shout out, especially to my mom, my dad. You know, they raised me right, and you definitely exemplify womanhood to young women like me. And I know one thing about it. I'm humble, but I will never, ever be humble. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, I just want to focus on myself, elevate my femininity, and y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and definitely subscribe to the Patreon. That's all I gotta say. Thank y'all. I love y'all.
I appreciate you, my sister. Thank you. Yeah, the brother ain't leave his Instagram. My brother, if you here, can you please put your Instagram in the comments?
He at work, y'all. He at work.
He got a job, honey. We ain't got time to play around, baby. It's a black man that's good looking with a job. Ladies, they talking about where the Instagram, period. Don't play around, my brother. Where the Instagram? Drop the Instagram. They're not playing with you whatsoever, honey. Let's go ahead and get a love connection going on in here. Do business. How are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less? All right, D Dan, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all ladies doing? Y'all can
How
hear
you
me?
doing, my brother?
Yes.
Um, I'm just here to say that let me put my camera on. Okay, cool, this is better. I came on here to say that this is a good thing though. You gotta separate the coons from the real niggas. You got to separate that. You need that civil war in black society. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been seeing a lot of different challenges. You got a lot of these. Remember, I told y'all the dudes over the age of 40 making these videos talking about how they didn't hit it or throwing the Sada sisters under the bus, like that shit there. That's lame as hell, man.
Hella lame.
That's feminine boys energy. Yeah, that ain't cool. But in another thing, when you fall out with somebody, right? You don't get on no. I mean, you fall out with somebody, right? All they talking about, hey, don't watch that person's channel, or you don't
Yeah.
want to see them get no money, like.
Man, no, that ain't it.
But I'm gonna have to be honest with you, Six. I knew that relationship wasn't gonna last anyway.
How did you
I already
know?
knew it. I knew because I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, I come from a different background, so I could see shit happening before it happened. Because
Mm-hmm.
number one, you stand on certain principles that you're not gonna break,
Mm-hmm.
and but they was moving a certain way already, so I already knew that wasn't gonna last anyway. I could just look and tell what certain shit ain't gonna last. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I could tell when somebody gonna throw somebody on the bus when something ain't gonna work out. Especially the type of vitriol he got towards the black community, talking about and making fun of pro blacks and all that. But I knew that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't gonna last. That's not hard to tell. It really wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
You be knowing, Dan. You be right.
I mean, look.
You be
Well, let
right.
me tell you something. I don't come from the cleanest background either.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always been the type of dude, even when I was a kid. See, I could qualify and speak on a lot of different shit, but because I be so right and so accurate on it, because I can see shit from a mile away. That's the good thing about being around certain sort of dudes. When you grow up around certain sort of dudes and solid women too,
Mm-hmm.
you can see shit from a mile away. Say, you know what? I know how this gonna end. Let me go on this in myself because I saw I just see it though. Like
And you
a
know
lot
what?
of
That's
people.
actually good because that is a part of what was missing here is as women, we depend on men. The most important thing a man does for us as women is assess risk faster than we can. There have been
Yeah.
several times if I'm in a man's presence, he sees something coming, but I'm clueless. And he's already making moves because he already assessed the risk, assess the situation to protect me. So when you have brothers who are allowing white folks into our spaces to disparage us and exploit us for their own financial gain, that shows a failure in his risk assessment to tell us that she's not racist and, oh, y'all, it's fine, she's cool. That's dangerous. People
That's
depend on
extremely
you to
dangerous.
assess risk, assess the situation, and provide protection accordingly. But when you have a man who will ignore risk and ignore danger for his own pockets, that's when it's going to go left. So the lack of what you're speaking about now is the masculine tendency to assess risk. And I appreciate that, my brother. Then I have a few more people I'm gonna bring up here, but you do be right there. Some of the stuff you say, people like, what is he saying? But you be right. I ain't gonna hold you. I appreciate you, my brother.
Y'all take it easy out here.
Thank you. You know, well, you got to be for real out here with your watch and the camera showing where you live. Come on now, be for real. Like, man, you got to move better than that. Come on now. That's bad leadership. Like, dragging your old friends. Come on now. Queen Cormy, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less? Queen Cormy, are you there? All right. Victoria, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Hello, Six. Hello, Danica. It's a Patreon in the building. Shout out to all the Patreoners. You know how we do up in here.
Honey, period.
Period. First of all, we cutting up in the Discord because this is tea, okay?
Oh, I know y'all in the Discord. I know that Discord is on fire right now.
It's on fire right now.
Our next movie night, girl, it's gonna be tea everywhere, honey, at this point.
So let's get the record straight. This Anton tea, you really kept this under wraps because you didn't even tell us.
That's what I'm saying. My plan was I did not want to say nothing. My plan, you ever seen the Homer Simpson meme where you just kind of like go into the bushes like that? That was
right. So that's how y'all should know that Six is really a real nigga. Like when she said that it was just a dub, it was a dub. Like it was no conversation. She was not talking about him in the Patreon. It was nothing. Once she said, I don't rock with him, it was unsubscribed. It was unsubscribe from the Patreon. Because once you say I'm not fucking with him, then we already knew what time it was. Like, no. Number two, we gotta just keep it a beam. These niggas hate you because they all want to fuck. Like, let's just keep it. Let's keep it 100%. You know, it's
but that's natural though. Like that don't move me. That's of course men want to fuck. That's natural. I don't even take that as okay. You know.
Yeah, but you know how in psychology they say that love and hate is on the same spectrum? It's like they want you to love them so much, and the fact that you're very unmoved, you're unbothered, you can't be bought, you can't be bullied, like you can't do any of that. And it makes them so angry that all they want to do is just tear you down. Like, and this is how you know you're just that girl, okay? And just continue to keep your head up. We are so proud of you, like, for standing 10 toes down and standing up for yourself in a way that is both feminine, but also, like, don't play with it. Like, we stand behind you.
Feminine, but still a real nigga. Period.
Right.
I appreciate you so much, sis.
Yes, we love you. Bye.
I love you, sis. Thank you. Yeah, that's my brand. You know, I have a different level of femininity. I have a different brand of femininity. I don't come from 2-parent households and silver spoons, and I didn't get, inheritances from my parents or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I come from a rough background. You know, I've always taken care of myself. So my femininity, that's who I work for. I work for women that come to me like, well, sis, they trying to teach us femininity, but they talking about they grew up in the suburbs and had 2 parents. Like, I don't relate to that. Like, who can help the women who came from rough circumstances like me? And so, I have the brand of bad bitches that clean baseboards. I'm feminine, but a real nigga. You ain't got to agree with it. It's my brand. It's my MO. And you either with it or you not. Okay? And that's just how it's going to go. 2020, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I keep hearing it from that side of the space how these white women are so much nicer. You talking about the white women who helped Emmett Till get lynched, kicked off the civil rights movement. You talking about that white OnlyFans model that stabbed up that Nigerian dude, or the countless Karens that call the cops on your black ass in hopes of getting you killed out there? That don't seem very too nice to me. And like I said, with that side of the space right there, I'm looking at our babies. I don't know if you guys are privy to this, but I'm looking at our babies being handcuffed in the back of cars. And as black men, all these niggas could do is just sit online talking about women all day. We should be ashamed of ourselves listening to that. That's why I'm glad you did what you did, because we don't have time for that. Like, we in a life or death situation. So all we could do is just get together with like-minded people and just keep building. But on that note, I'm out of here, sis. Thanks for letting me on.
Damn, my nigga, you came in here and set shit on fire. God, I ain't got nothing to say. The man said what he said.
Said what the fuck he said.
The man said what he said. I ain't got nothing to add. Okay, you heard the man. I'm shutting the fuck up. He said it all, baby. Ty, hey Ty.
Hi, Six. Can you hear me? Hi, Danica.
Hey.
Y'all so beautiful. I just wanted to say that.
Aww.
That was mic drop. I can't even follow that up.
That's what I said. I'm like, well, damn, we can pretty much just end the stream. That's why I be talking about, like, it's real niggas in real life. You heard what he's saying. He's saying, like, man, fuck this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit going on in real life. Like that. They're the kind of men I be talking about. That's who get our attention. That's and how real black men are moving. The way these niggas on the internet are moving, niggas are not doing this in real life. They're just
right. Exactly. And to add on to him, shout out to 2020 to add on to him. Social media is a gift and a curse. It's a gift where we have brothers like that. We have the black media, the grassroots media, Tariq, Jason Black, you, Danica, and etc. But then you also have these lames who, in other words, in real life, people will walk right past them. They wouldn't be allowed to speak. Like, who will listen to them? So so all they have is social media. Social media gives a voice to people who in real life be like, who the fuck? Excuse my French. Like you know. So I just wanted to add on to that. Shout out to 2020. He killed it. Mic drop. And I love y'all. Shout out to the Patreoners.
Shout out to the Patreoners. We in here, baby. Yes. So, Ty, would you say that you get value in my Patreon?
100%. 100%.
Do you feel like that network, that very large network that we have of women, bringing them together, would you say that has been beneficial to you in your real life?
Yes, 100. Yeah, Six. You don't know how much you have helped me, you and the Patreoners, because with you guys, I'm accountable every day. Every day, I'm trying to be the best mom I could be, the best daughter, the best friend, the best person. Period. And I'm so appreciative of the Patreon because I it's. Not a lot of people are accountable. Not a lot of people know how to speak the truth and handle the truth. And with you guys, it's nothing but love. It's nothing but people. It's no fakeness when it comes to the Patreon. And I just appreciate you for putting it together because we real in there. And we're not in there just being fake and being phony. We are able to be ourselves, express ourselves. And I'm speechless. So y'all have to join the Patreon.
I love that, Ty. Thank you for sharing that because it need to be said. Thank you, Ty. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you.
You know, that's what I'm doing over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit and tell men what to do, baby. I deal with women. I have hundreds of women. Okay. And the ladies make this what it is. Okay, y'all have no idea the beautiful support system that we have in my Patreon. Y'all have no idea the fun we have. We have women in there that's been married 20 years, newlyweds. We have single women. We have widowed women. We have rich women, poor women. We have every kind of women on there. And the key is it's a bunch of women that want to win, not making no excuses. Okay, we cooking, we scrubbing baseboards. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me and what I used to do. And if I don't give a fuck. Okay, show me other women like myself that is putting together these communities, making women better, which also benefits the men. Okay, me helping men or caping for men or speaking on them, that is a residual result of me helping women. That's inevitable. When the women become better, of course, it's a benefit to the men. But that's why some men don't like what I do. Because if women out here are smart, got some sense, getting themselves together, looking good, now they too good for you. You want women to stay with low self-esteem and not being their best self, because then they're attainable to you. Okay? I do the real work. Bitches don't like Pearl. Bitches ain't fucking with Pearl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work with my people in real life, and that's on period. That's why I don't give a damn about what these lame niggas talk about. And Zingo, what a nice name. How are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Hey, thanks for complimenting my name. I basically just want to say thank you. Like you said, you are a teacher for people who come from not silver spoons, but rougher lifestyles, who may have been misguided or had any type of financial struggles. And I'm a part of that. So a lot of teachers who prim and prep, and maybe they saved their virginity till they were married, or whatever type of idea of perfect, you don't relate to them and you can't be taught by them. And one thing that I'm learning through watching this situation and even in my own life is that some of these men need compassion. Like, somebody said sorry to you, you say you actually should feel sorry for these guys, because they want to hold you to your past. Men have tried to hold me to my past of mistakes I've made. And I realize they don't have compassion or understanding for their own mothers, because none of us women are perfect. None of us people are perfect, period. But a lot of us women have gone through what it will be promiscuous or doing work that we're not so proud of. But what matters most is, like it has been repeated on this show multiple times, is what you're doing now and what you've been doing for the last 10 years or however many years that you've been doing the work that you've been doing. And it's just inspiring me. I'm not that far in my journey. I'm probably like a year one, but it's inspiring me to keep my head held high and keep on pushing, because one day I'm gonna be looking back and it's gonna be my 10 years and people gonna be trying to bring up my dirt. And it's just showing me how, somebody said earlier, you femininely let them know, like, this ain't the playground for you. I'm not playing with y'all.
Honey, period. I appreciate you so much, sis. That's what it's all about. I do it for the women where, not everybody grew up rich. Not everybody grew up with that silver spoon, baby. But I think we all deserve to be in our feminine energy, be the best women we can, the best mothers we can. I appreciate you, sister. Thank you.
All right, thank you too.
You have a good one. I love that for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it always go. People, ooh, little Miss October. Hey, girl. All the Patreoners in here. Hey, girl.
Hey, sis. Can you hear me?
How you doing, girl?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, sis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So, I was going to just put my comment in the Discord, but I was like, you know what? I gotta say this up on here. So, I got like 3 talking points. Okay.
Okay.
The one thing that these men need to understand is that there are absolutely plenty of Black women, such as myself, who have no qualms in submitting to their man. Okay.
Period.
Like, my husband is the head of our home and he is in charge, point blank, period. I have no problem letting a man lead, cook, clean, exercise, take care of everything without complaining. But the only caveat is, in order for me and other women to follow the lead of a man, he actually has to be a leader.
Oh.
And men like these YouTubers are not leaders. They're very weird and probably will never get the kind of woman or submission that they seek, because they just don't qualify, okay? So, and like this whole I choose to be single, like I don't care what your choice is, at least at this point in life, you would have found at least one woman worthy to be your wife if you actually qualified.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, you like 50 years old. You ain't got no kids. Do your sperm even work? Like, did no bitch give you a baby? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. You're 50. You're my dad's age. Like, nobody, you ain't shoot up not one club, not one woman thought that dick was good and loved you and wanted to give you a baby. That's wild as fuck. You know? Yeah. But that nigga do look like Lord Farquaad. They might want to have no Lord baby. They was like, fuck that shit. I ain't having a baby with this.
No, but can you understand?
Ass nigga.
Go ahead, Miss October.
Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry. We're not off on the tangent.
Basically, what you were talking about, you always say this, don't tell a woman, where's your husband? Because getting married is a covenant and a big commitment, and you should only get into it when you're absolutely ready, because you need to be able to submit yourself fully to a man who can provide you stability. And if you're not at that point where you can say that you can do that and you can receive that, then you should not be getting married, okay? So this
Period.
whole rushing people and shaming people for not being married doesn't make any sense to me.
Period.
And then the last point was, after, like, I've been watching you for a year, right? I used to be a tomboy, used to be a feminist, and now I'm a housewife married to a provider man, okay? So you've definitely changed my life, and my husband
Honey,
also
there
does.
we
Thank
go,
you.
honey.
Yeah, so
I had
you
nothing to
teach us
say.
how to be humble and and how to, be dutiful to our men, and to embrace everything that comes with being a woman, while also appreciating the role that a man plays in our lives. So, we're not out here on social media making podcasts, praising Six's name, but she knows what she's doing, even though she's not perfect. That's all I got to say.
Honey, period. And that's that. Drop the mic. Thank you, sis. Period. Okay. Nothing left to say. Not my girl. Oh no, not my baby. Now, y'all, that's my baby. I'm finna bring on here. Okay. I just want y'all to know that this is my baby. Okay. So I love her, and she about to come here, girl. Girl, honey, the hair is giving, honey. Honey, it's understanding the assignment, it's doing what it's supposed to do, honey. And that's on Mary. Hey, you muted, Jada. Hey, bro, hey.
Okay.
And thank you for the cash app, big bro.
Can
Say
you
for
hear me?
present day, enjoyed the show. Period. Thank you so much, my brother. That's what's up.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, girl, I can hear you now, girl. Hey, girl.
I'm at happy hour and I'm just watching your live stream.
Okay, so you out the house. We
I'm
love
out the house.
that.
No
What,
sad
Jada?
girl
What
stuff.
do I tell the single ladies that they should be doing on the weekends? What do I be telling y'all?
Out and about, mingling. Do not be in the house crying. Do not be in the house sad over no ninja.
Go get you a man.
Outside.
I
no.
tell them on the weekends, you need to be going to get you a man. Don't sit your ass in the house on the weekend. You need to be out and about. These niggas off work on the weekend. You need to be out being cute, and you a man, honey, period. Anyway, go ahead, boo. What's going on? What's tea?
I just want to say you transformed my life. Period.
Girl, I'm about to cry, stop.
I used to be following City Girls, Hot Girl Summer, Made the Stallion, FP's Ninjas, all of that stuff until I found your channel. So you completely transformed my life. You helped me get on my femininity path. I'm just so thankful for you. I also watched Danica as well. You speak more so to the men, but I also respect your viewpoint as well and your perspective. You hold the women accountable. Both of y'all hold women accountable. And neither one of you guys try to come on here like y'all perfect. Y'all talk about y'all downfalls. Y'all talk about the mistakes y'all made. And I just truly respect and honor both of y'all. And I love both of y'all. Period.
Oh, Jada, I love you. You just the best. It's just the you for me. I'm sorry. It's the you for me, baby. I ain't
It's
gonna
the
hold
you for me. I
Girl,
love you.
it must be the us for us. Because, honey,
the
you're
us
doing what
for
it's supposed to do. I love this for us, really.
I love it.
Girl, I love this for us. Honey,
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, baby. Live your best life, honey, period. I love you, boo. Thank you for coming
Love
up.
you. See ya.
Love you, boo. Okay, they wanted testimony. They wanted receipts. Here they go. Oh, baby, it's not a game. Okay, well, it's one sister. It's one girl. That's why I say my relationship status, whether I'm married or not, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, it's a one girl. She married, honey. I found out that when her husband came home, she be sitting there in a t-shirt. Girl, she done got her ass up. She done made Instagram reels. Like, I used to not greet my husband at the door, but now I've made a point to get my ass up when he come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, married or single, I have great relationship skills. So it doesn't matter about my personal relationship status. It's whether a woman is married or not. I've helped them so much. I have married women right now who are never doing their makeup, doing their hair. They don't came over here, got more girly. Like, come on. Like, I got receipts. Y'all find somebody else to play with.
Go out,
Kenneth, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less? All right. I cannot pronounce this, but how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
My young sister's married and single. First of all, D, I was serious about the comment I left on the brother that was finna commit suicide. I was just, that was just tongue in cheek. Now, let me get on to my stuff for this. These Negroes that, they got low self-esteem. They was raised by a woman, no matter what age they was. It was bitter because she didn't have a man to help her out, no community to support her. And these Negroes that just got here. They're not qualified to talk about what we went on in America. Even the southern plantations in the southern portion, they was maroons. Okay. So here's the thing. We real men back y'all. Okay. I don't, like you said earlier, sis, like your background. Who cares about that's just an attempted assassination of character. Hell, everybody got something like you said earlier. I got stuff that I don't like. But that don't disqualify me if I'm on the right track, teaching my people, try to uplift my people. Y'all are doing a great job. I want to encourage you. Don't let those Negroes, those crazy Negroes, they're everywhere. In the OG journalism, they was always there. Always some Negro that want to attack the field hands like you're open, like, when you put Malcolm up there. That's real. That's going to be here till we leave here. I'm paying no attention to them niggas. Excuse my language.
Period.
Now European, and by the way, Six, you got knowledge yourself. I can tell. When you was talking about a few videos ago, when you talk about the cave dweller, you let her know who she was. See, I enjoy that. I enjoy you sisters getting a white woman like sisters do. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I love it when my sisters say, okay, let me take out my heels, my earrings, get this Vaseline, this razor, and get to work. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Keep uplifting our people in a way you know how best. And we'll take care of these stupid brothers.
That's the real shit. I appreciate you, my brother.
You're welcome. All right. Y'all be blessed.
Boy, y'all got me weak in these comments, boy.
What they saying, Six?
I can't repeat it. I can't repeat it.
You got
to. Regardless of what has transpired, I still love that woman. I'm not going to repeat it, but y'all funny as fuck. Hey, I'm trying to keep it together, but y'all got me dying. Like, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, yo. I can't repeat it. But man, y'all is crazy. Shy, what the fuck? Shy, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation?
Yeah, Shot. I can't get it lit. I can't get it lit. The light behind
Nigga, you like a shadow. You like a villain right now. What the fuck? All we see is teeth.
It's this painted man and sun behind me right here.
Oh, that's why that skin is so pretty like that. Okay, my nigga, how are you? And how would you like to add to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
All is awesome, goddess. All is awesome, dope. Basically, I'm here to say that the artistic industry is largely responsible for this madness, and being cultivated in it, I'm addressing it through art. And Passport Broke film is releasing May 30th. It's going to be addressing a lot of the madness, calling out a lot of the shenanigans going on in the community. So just wanted to give the community a heads up. I know y'all like to have y'all ladies movie nights. So it'll be some promotions and stuff for that. But yeah, May 30th next month, Passport Broke film.
You came on here to promote a Passport Brothers documentary.
It ain't no, it's addressing the madness. The title is just trolling the ignorance around Passport Bro. I didn't even know that was a such thing.
So you a Passport Brother?
Not a Passport Bro, but I was called one. I didn't know what that was until
Are you in Panama?
I am in Panama.
Are you Panamanian?
Shout out from Virginia and Georgia. I grew up in Atlanta.
So why are you in Panama?
I moved here.
So you're a Passport Bro.
So does that mean and that's the question. Every black man with a passport that leaves the States is automatically a Passport Bro?
Well, what made you move to Panama? I'm just curious. You don't have to answer. I'm getting on your business, but what made you move to Panama?
That's what the film is going to address. Moving to Panama is more because I had a little bit too many conflicts with the police in Georgia and niggas and shit and hoes and shit. So at the end of the day, the state's
So there ain't no hoes and niggas over there?
Not that speak English like that. So it ain't like we can communicate if it is.
So how's it going over there?
Huh?
How is it going over there?
Oh, it's going good. It's chill. I mean, ain't nobody really messing with me. It's hard for folks to communicate with me, and it's hard for me to communicate with them. They speak Spanish out here fluently. It's very.
Are the bitches fucking out there?
I don't know. I ain't out here looking for no bitches. That's the whole point.
So you ain't fucking. You ain't get no pussy out there.
Shout it.
You ain't got no pussy since you been there.
Nah, I ain't out here fucking. I ain't hit nothing since I've been
How long
here.
you been there?
I just got here last month.
You been there a month and got no pussy?
Well, I'm not focused on that. That ain't what I come here. That's not what I came here for. And that's
Every
the whole
man
point.
want to get some pussy now. What man want to go a month with no pussy? That's a long time, no pussy.
Now if you want me to go
I'm
there,
trying to understand.
if you want me to go there, I deal with the yoni. You know what I'm saying? Because our words are power. So I don't even use the word pussy for real. Because pussy, when you add a Y to the end of things, like this beautiful sunny day, cloudy day, when I hear pussy, I think of pus first. And when I think of pus, I think of disgusting bacteria and all the shit that bitches and hoes have. So I don't even claim to be attracted to pussy. If anything, it's the yoni.
Well, have you got some yoni?
I have not. I've been focused on the film since I've been here. That's everywhere. Everywhere I go, that's there. It's not anything I've ever had to focus on. And that's what the film is about. Our whole psychosis is in the gutter. You know what I mean? So the
You
film
said the
is,
psychosis is in the gutter?
for the most part, black folks.
You know, I'm all for it. I love seeing black men do what they want to do. I'm just asking you questions because I'm curious. I'm just, you know,
I'm trying to be out here just.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just talking shit, really.
I respect it. I respect that you have some kind of sexual discipline.
You know what I'm saying? Again, these sisters speak Spanish straight up. They don't really speak English like that. So if your Spanish game,
you gotta
ain't
be
right,
like, yo quiero pinga dulce.
I got a couple little things I can do to get the
You know what I
conversation
mean?
started. But when they start spitting back,
Both
I
of
have
them
no.
say yo quiero pinga dulce.
Shawty, we be on the
And
translation.
do your eyebrows like this. You don't know what's up.
We be on the translation app for the most part, but you got to know some Spanish to spit out here.
So y'all be on the translator, like, how do I say, do you want this
I had
dick?
a whole translation date. We had
They be on Google Translate. Tell her, do you want this dick? And they be listening to it.
I don't claim to have no dick either. I claim the umtando. I dare you look it up. UMTHONDO. Our words are power. That's what I'm saying. We're so reckless about all these curses we constantly project on ourselves. You know what I mean? So again, the film is about dealing with the community, our recklessness, and how we can ascend out of this madness. You know what I mean? I mean, because black people are a joke, shawty, and we'll joke to each other. And that's not how we're gonna get it fixed for real. We just gonna keep.
You think that black people are a joke? What about black people is a joke to you?
I think black people thinking that they're ever going to be accepted by white America is a joke. I think
what black people want to be accepted by? This whole live stream is about how we don't give a fuck about being accepted by white America. So what exactly does that mean?
No, I'm just talking about black people as a whole, not this particular live stream.
So you think that majority of black people are looking for white acceptance? Because it seems like there's only a few coons. It seems like black people in total don't give a fuck about what white people think.
When you look at the church and the worship of white Jesus, when you look at the participation in voting for anybody, presidents and all that stuff, Democrats, Republicans, that's all a form of acceptance of that system, whoever participates in it.
I mean, but we live here in America. Like, wouldn't we want to vote for our judges and district attorneys? Why would we not want to participate?
And I'm not speaking against that, but I'm just saying any participation is a form of acceptance. The only way to reject something is to not participate.
So what would be our alternative? So if we don't participate in voting and stuff like that, what would our alternative be that we could implement today in this lifetime?
We would have to establish who we are as a people and then present ourselves publicly in a legal forum so that people recognize who we say we are versus who they say we are. When you're dealing with words like subscribe, sub is the word that black people have to deal with, which is below the scribe. And scribe, the white people are the scribes of everything in the United States. They wrote everything. They're the scribes of the Constitution. So the best we can do is subscribe to that, which is be under that system. In order to combat it, we have to become the scribes and create our own structure and our own system and let scribe to scribe know who we are. But we can't let the scribe know who we are from a subscription, from a subscribing place, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We have to distinguish ourselves intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And then we present that, and then they can take it or leave it at that point. But you have to have power to enforce your order, your law and order, your constitution. Also, you can't just be coming with a whole bunch of fancy words and then came back. I mean, I wasn't trying to be. I was letting y'all know this joint dropping next month. And
well, you can't just come on here and promote your movie. Like, okay, I mean, if you're gonna do it, then do it all the way. Like, tell us what it's about. I mean, you already did it. We here now, so I'm just trying to get some information on like what is it about? Like, what would we? I'm just asking you some questions, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's all good. But yeah, it's coming and it's gonna deal with a lot of the relationship issues, challenges we've had. Not just the romantic side, but even with our parents and the trauma that's been passed down, from the baby boomers and their traumas. So it's a lot of work to deal with, but I'm a man about actual resolve. We can clown, our community all day, but I'm a man about resolve at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for sharing your thoughts, my brother. Thank you.
For sure. Peace.
Have a good, I don't know what time it is there. Good morning.
We're in Central Time.
Yeah, I feel you. Thank you for promoting your movie. Next time you're going to promote, can you at least like financially contribute to the channel? Because that's kind of rude.
I actually got a bag for y'all.
Okay.
Ain't nobody out here by no stretch of the imagination. Well, they are. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate. And if you want to come promote your video, that's okay. But could you, have some reciprocity? Thank you.
Y'all kind of hard to get in contact with. I don't know if it's like shoot a DM, email stuff. Like I've made efforts to plug y'all in and actually, contribute to marketing and promotion. But like I said, the YouTube spaces, y'all have so many viewers and everything. It's hard to get through your fan clubs.
Okay.
Y'all got.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
For sure.
You have a good day. Is this Taisha? Hey, Taisha. We got another Patreon in here. Hey, brother. Taisha, I think you're muted. You have to unmute yourself. Thank you for the Cash App. You spoiling me over here, big bro, for not staying to the end. I will play it back. Big bro, you spoiling me over here. I'm about to get some guacamole from my Chipotle over here. Taisha, how you doing, boo? Taisha, can you hear me? Taisha, try to come out and come back in. JH, how are you? And how would you like to contribute to the conversation in 30 seconds or less?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you and Janika, listen, you guys are too good for this world. We do not deserve you. This whole thing with Pearly, I'm kind of glad that it happened because, like I said, it's kind of revealing taking off the veil of who these people really are. A couple of months ago, before this whole thing with Pearly blew up, there was another YouTuber by the name of Omawale Africa. He had a panel with Obsidian, had the same conversation about whether or not we should gatekeep our conversation, whether or not we should allow others into our business. And they were giving their defense, caping for this girl. And then 2 months later, now we find out she's on panels with Nick Fuentes and all this other stuff. And it's so funny to me that these dudes will cry about how back in the civil rights era, the black woman linked up with the white woman and brought us with the feminism. But here they are in 2023, linking up with the same white woman, bringing this nonsense to our community. So it's kind of like, this is not a male advocacy group. It's just a black woman hating group masquerading as a male advocacy group. And it's sick. And it's kind of, I wish they would just openly say, we don't like black women. We don't like the black community. We don't like black people, and just go with it rather than kind of playing these games so that now we have to kind of like, second guess ourselves. Did he just say what I think he said? Did he say it the way I think he meant it? So, these guys are clowns, and I'm glad that the world is beginning to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank you for that. You ladies have a great day. I'm
You
out.
too, my brother. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, Taisha. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work this time. Okay, you on mute, Taisha.
Can you hear me now?
Hey girl, hey girl.
Hey, Obsidian was trying to stop me from coming up here. That's what that was.
What you mean?
I was
She being
joking,
funny.
money.
Oh, I'm about to say it's more far quiet. It better not be in here.
No, how are y'all doing today? Y'all look lovely as
Doing good, girl. How
usual.
you doing, girl?
Just be thankful for y'all, fellow Patreon in here. It's another testimony. I don't know if
Honey,
you
period.
remember, we talked a year ago, and the last thing you said to me before we hung up was, "We're not giving up. We're not doing that. We're not giving up."
Period. Period.
And ever since then, you have changed my life. And the cooking is on point, the baseboard scrubbing is on point, the fitness is on point. It's all of it. So I just appreciate you as well, Danica. Uh, your delivery is amazing. I love it. But y'all are
You
I
gotta, I know I ain't for everybody. I know that. I know that the way I talk, the way I move, I know that not everybody gonna receive it. But for those of those that do and let me be me, I rock with you, and I love that y'all accept me and I accept you, and it's just a good thing we got going on.
We do. And all those other people who got something to say about it, move along. Move along. We're
Move
doing good things
around.
over here.
Move around, period. I appreciate you so much, Taisha.
We appreciate you. Bye, ladies.
Thank you, sis.
Peace.
Yeah, Danica, I think this was a good stream. Like I said, I can't say that I'm upset that any of this has transpired. I think that everything that went down, we saw a lot of how people were moving. I think that we on our way to the top. I think there is so much success. I think there is so much prosperity. And I think that we will be blessed to be able to show the people that you ain't got to sell out to be successful. You ain't got to sell out to make it where you want to make it. Like, you can have that integrity. You can be down with your people. You can be on code and still have opportunities and still do well. You know what I'm saying? I think this will help get us back to that place of men and women coming together. Okay, I'm not your enemy. You not my enemy. Let's focus on how we love it on each other and showing respect to each other in real life, period. That's going to be what I'm on going forward. Okay. Going forward, I'm not addressing this shit no more.
No.
I think this stuff is super lame. I'm gonna let people live on the internet. Like, I'm that girl in real life. I'm doing things in real life. I'm going places in real life. I get attention in real life. I have a presence in real life. Like, I don't need this internet shit. I come on the internet to teach, connect with people, but I think a lot of people are tuned out of the real world on the internet all night on panels and stuff. And we need to get off this fucking internet. Like, we need to get off this internet and get into real life more again. All this internet stuff, I think it's just becoming toxic. It's just becoming unhealthy.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that. Do you believe a nigga said or had the nerve to say, "Oh yeah, I came online and defended you more than your husband did, something that your husband didn't do." Bitch, my husband.
Why are they obsessed with your husband, Danica? Let's talk about that for a second. You see, they writing your husband messages like, are they obsessed with him? Like, why y'all always bothering this man? Your husband is so unproblematic.
I'm telling you.
Unproblematic was a man. That man mind his business. He always working. How the fuck do he always get put into this shit?
Sis. And it's
I don't understand that.
I'm glad that you brought that up because it's a difference between real, authentic, masculine, working, providing, protecting, leading, teaching men that are in real life doing this shit and internet niggas. Mm-hmm. My husband is not going to take time out of his productive day to address internet niggas. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm going to also say this. My husband has made it abundantly clear that if anybody has an issue with me or him or whatever the case may be, holler at him in the physical. If it's not that deep to holler at him in the physical, shut the fuck up and mind your fucking business. You know, now let me also say this, Six, because it's getting to a point to where my husband is getting tired of this shit as well. You know, and so when he starts to address things and pop off, now it's all of a sudden, oh, he's being too serious. Oh, why?
She put a battery in his back.
Right. You know, it comes with the territory. Don't get mad now. You should have known. It's like either pick a side, nigga. First things first. But again, we got to make this abundantly clear. You have internet niggas and you have real, authentic, solid men who are not with the back and forth, that are not with the chatty patty bullshit, not with the gossip girl energy. They really about this. So again, check yourself, bruh. Okay, check yourself.
Yep. This whole situation definitely showed me that, if men are leading in instigating and antagonizing, it's going to lead us straight to hell. Man. We cannot be in spaces where men are like, well, she said this about me first, and well, we can't do that. Okay, real men don't move like that. Like, I'm just be real with you. Real men don't give a fuck what women are doing. They're gonna do what they need to do. Okay.
Thanks.
Healthy men don't need to scream and call women bitches and tell them they have stretch marks and say they're their enemy to get them under control. They don't got to do that.
Real and you're
men
not
are
that
not
attractive.
Here, huh?
You're not that attractive. I mean, I don't understand. You're not all of that anyway. Nobody's looking at you because, nigga, shut the fuck up.
No, that real men are not doing that. They working, okay?
They working.
They're working. They're not. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be on the internet doing all this. They're not going to be speaking about Black women in a certain way. And I think that sometimes they see people like me, you, Crimson Cure, and how we check Black women, and then they want to talk that same way. That's inappropriate. We as women can check our peers, other Black women, in a certain way that you simply cannot. Okay. Like if I'm with my girls and we talk, I'm like, oh girl, bitch, you will not believe. Like, that's different than a man being like, bitch. No, we don't need men doing all that. Okay. We have enough of us holding each other accountable, doing what we're supposed to do. We need the men to be more worried about each other. We cannot have men out here like chaotic, talking about women are witches and putting spells on him. And he just cannot control himself because he's under a spell. That's dangerous.
Nigga, if you weak, just say you weak, nigga.
Just say you weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop doing all this. Don't bring me into it, calling me a goddamn witch. Don't do that.
Cause you can't help yourself, nigga. Cause you don't have no discipline. We got a spell on you, nigga. If you don't go home to your damn wife, you know.
Like, do you even have a wife?
Do you have one? And if you do, I'm highly surprised.
Then he was like,
he disrespected the hell out of her.
He disrespected her. I would, if I was her, baby, I would be over there. I would be over there throwing dishes in the sink. Okay. If I was her, girl, I would be over there filing divorce. I'm not finna be sitting there and have my husband on the internet talk about beautiful white women and milk of magnesia and white women are like heaven. Hell no. Are you crazy, bitch? I wish a nigga would try.
Nigga, I'm taking half now, nigga.
I'm taking half. You got me fucked up because when you sit there and do all that about a white woman, that's when the gloves come off. Okay, if you're and my husband sitting there talking about I was with two white women, it was like heaven. I mean, I married a Black woman, but the white women were heaven.
Right, like he was essentially saying he settled for his Black wife.
That's what he's saying. He's saying, I was around models and tall, beautiful women, but then I had my wife.
But that means that you didn't qualify for those women. Just because you was around those bitches don't mean that they wanted you.
But
let's first things first say that.
Because he had a friend that was a stylist. I've done modeling. The stylists are just there with clothes on racks. So he's saying that he was around models because he had a friend that's a stylist. Nigga, do not bring your ass on set. We don't need you on set. The stylists don't bring their homeboys on set so they can be around models. You gonna be fired.
Like, what was the point of him saying that? It brought no validity to his statements for saying that. Like, you still a lame ass Carlton nigga with a non-FBA hairline. So, I mean,
period. That hairline ain't nothing. See, this is what we need to start looking at, y'all. I found this podcast and I love these brothers. Let me show y'all these brothers. These the kind of brothers that we need to be watching their content. Okay, this is what it is. These are handsome brothers. They're all married. They all actually are getting sex. They're all tall, in shape, so they're not 5 foot tall, trying to show they watch in the frame so they can feel like somebody. These are grown ass men. And look at the titles of their video. My women make me feel appreciated. Doing different reviews. See how they talk to women on. See how happy. Look at them smiling, being nice with the women. podcasts like this is what we want. Y'all got to check out my boys at Hardly Initiated. What's some other podcasts with men you've seen, Danica, that's healthy male content?
Well, my husband, shout out to Mr. Eric Bell. Go check him out. He has great
Oh,
dialogue.
shout out to the good brother Eric Bell, period. Girl, how
Yes.
could I? Shout out to the good brother Eric Bell.
And six, not too much on the short man, because my husband a short man, but he ain't on this puss ass shit either though, you know. So
he might be, he's not on the internet trying to look bigger. You know what I'm saying? He being him and doing him. He ain't even on here fucking with niggas. I'm talking about these niggas who feel so unseen in real life that they gotta come on the internet and do all that. Shout out to the brother Eric Bell. Y'all check out his channel. Thank you for the super chat. Habitual line stepper say salute to my lovely sisters D6, much love and respect. Yeah, you know, you can see, did y'all see me on Hardly Initiated? Y'all saw me smiling on there. Let me show y'all Hardly Initiated. Okay, this is what we need. Okay, we got to be in spaces where the brothers are going to, you know, protect us, smile, make us feel comfortable. That's what we need. Okay. Look at me on Hardly Initiated. Look how happy I looked. This is how it's gonna go. Okay, hold on. Let me show y'all that. This is what it's supposed to be. Hold on. This is what it, look at me on Hardly Initiated podcast. Look at me. Look how good I look. Look at me. Look at me just sharing my thoughts. Okay, they took such good care of me. They showed me nothing but respect. Look at me.
It began.
Okay,
You look amazing.
where are my brothers at? Where they at? Look at them. They got me up. They doing their thing. They brought me
For real,
on.
we got a
Nobody
goddess
bothered me.
on the platform. And look, by the way, this is your host, Tyshawn Jackson. I'm rocking here.
Black men, give me my props and be nice to me. Now, you niggas, please don't faint when you see this. Are y'all ready for this? Ooh, y'all about to.
With my boy Ryan Catchings.
What's out? What's out?
But listen. We got another round of applause coming because the young woman I have on the platform here today,
honey, period,
we're gonna change the world. When I heard you speak, I knew this is gonna be one of my favorite.
Look at me, I'm
episodes.
glowing.
Yeah, we got a.
My skin glowing. This is what I talk about. Look at me. Look at me. Baby, I can't stop smiling. Do you think that these men would get the same energy chaotic got? You see what I mean by we as women, we follow the man's lead. You see how happy I am and smiling when the brothers are showing me respect, talking to me nicely, being professional. Look at the difference. This is how we're supposed to be looking when we collab with black men. This is how it's supposed to look, okay? So I want us to start doing that, okay? Let's start giving positive reinforcement to the real niggas out here doing what they supposed to do.
Salute.
Y'all already see how people moving. I'm the kind of person, if I see the way somebody move with somebody else, I'm not so arrogant as to think, oh, it won't happen to me. If I see you moving away with others, I'll know you'll do me the same way. So y'all peep game, pay attention. Don't send me no more shit. Okay? When niggas out here lying on me, trying to bring up the past, painting me out to be some I'm not, saying I betrayed them, saying I'm don't tell me nothing else. Don't send me no clips. Don't send me no videos. Don't send me no DMs. I don't give a fuck. From this point forward, we're going to let niggas talk to themselves. We were going to be back to our regularly scheduled content on my platform, Danica platform, as well as our channel together. Me and Danica have a lot of stuff coming for y'all in the next 2 weeks. Y'all are going to that's out when y'all see what we got going on. I truly appreciate all and the cash apps, super chats. It makes me feel so good to have you all financially contribute to the platform, because for some reason we have male YouTubers that literally be on YouTube like, guys, no more cash apps, no more super chats. I can't even keep up. And it seems like we're so okay with men sending other men financial donations. But then when we have female content creators doing the same thing, putting in the same work, you feel like, oh, we're not going to financially contribute to the channel, but you watch the content. So I appreciate people who, you know, just come in here. If you appreciate what I'm doing, cool. If you don't like me, cool. But it's so crazy because after we did all this, guess what's going to still happen? Them niggas gonna still watch every video we do. They gonna still watch every live. This gonna be chaotic watching my videos and my Instagram. Like, bitch. They can't stop looking. So
in
the
your
fact
Patreon.
they can't stop looking, they can't stop talking about us, Tanika. We doing something right, and we
Right.
gonna keep doing what we doing. Why y'all ain't like the video yet? Why y'all ain't subscribed to my channel yet? Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the good sis, the Nika channel, and subscribe to our channel together, D6. I appreciate y'all so much, and I will see y'all on the next one.
Peace.